Hello, my New York Giants! How are you doing today? Welcome to today's stream. We are going to be working on Madagascar, everyone's favorite little subsection or island off the coast of Africa. So we are going to be focusing predominantly on signs today, though that may bleed over into billboards slash statue territory later on. But how is everybody doing today? I see a bunch of my usuals in the chat. I see Diddums and Lazy Otter, Geck, Super Forgettable couldn't make it today. But how is everybody doing? I'm having a good day. It's a rather nice day out. But yeah, so today we are going to be working on these. So we have quite a few of these signs already, but we are going to be adding a bit more. Let me know if the audio levels are a bit much on the music and stuff, because that, you know, could always be a thing. But yeah, definitely let me know if that is going to be the case. Hello. Did Crocs just join? Yes, hello there. So, we are going to be having Crocs here today. He's going to be helping moderate the chat and stuff while I work. So, hello there, Wally. How are you doing? Hello, Lewis. Thank you as well. And I also wanted to mention this. So this was another sign that I worked on the other day. So this is thanks to Randy Clark. He did the kind of concept art and stuff for it. But this is like a metal art piece. So I like it. Yeah, it's a flexicolor, you know, as with most in this pack. And I thought I could probably show off some of the other stuff that I added to the Safari pack recently that maybe people didn't see. So I added these for Crocs' birthday. So they're destroyed little little areas that you can make, you know, destroyed plaster or something, or sandstone, that kind of idea. So this looks pretty cool. Hello, fellow Rhode Islanders. I don't know if Leaf's gonna be here. Leaf might be. I think he's busy with work, but I'm not positive. He might drop by.
Isn't he gonna go into work today?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, so yeah, no Leaf today because he's in office. He didn't sound excited about it.
No. No, he didn't.
But yeah, so these things are great. They're just little decals that you can throw on your walls. What else did I do recently? Also, similarly, Crocs wanted me to work on cracks. So you have little crack decals, so you can throw these on any wall or anything like that. And we have a few different types. You have scratches, and this is a little more broken up crack. This is kind of scratch. It's very similar to actually like the scratches that are already on the concrete. So that looks pretty cool. I have a bunch of other statues and stuff that I've added. So here's some gazelles and flamingos and blah blah blah, bunch of stuff like that. You know, more. I'm always adding more statues and stuff. I do like the pyramid set I made. So I made a Egyptian pyramid set. It's always
completely necessary.
It is necessary. People love Egypt. Okay. Egyptian stuff is awesome.
It's a country.
Yeah. It's awesome, though. And since we already got some Egyptian stuff in the Africa pack, I thought I would flesh it out by at least giving us the thing that everyone knows Egypt for.
That's fair.
And then also, you might have saw this, new thatch set. So, not Flexicolor, I know. Everyone's gonna, oh, why isn't it Flexicolor? I wish I could make it Flexicolor, I just couldn't figure it out. So, hope this
NDP probably knows.
NDP will probably give me like some sort of weird convoluted way of doing it.
What's up, J-Dog? I won't tell you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you could try this random technique that no one has ever done before. Like, though the last time I talked to Jesse said he was looking into maybe fixing colliders. So that could be interesting.
Please.
I know. I know that'll be definitely a big deal if we eventually get to that. Let's see. Hey Nick, try to say brobination. Like bronation, but like spelled weird. Big triangle and ostrich and mummy. I mean, a mummy prop could be cool. I don't know how useful that would be, but it would be useful for museums. Like, if I'm already adding the taxidermy and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
actually a good idea.
Like, just make it, you know, where it's like, well, at first I wasn't thinking of it, but now that you mention it, like a sarcophagus or like a mummy or a couple of urns or something might actually be kind of useful for museums. And it would fit the theme. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about that, but that's actually a pretty good idea. So I kind of like that idea. But anyways, today we are working on Madagascar. So I have taken the liberty of already adding the, basically doing the annoying part that a lot of people would get frustrated with already. So I already coded them. So where we have TBD sign, yep, TBD sign. Where's TBD 3?
You could just type in TBD.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here are the what will be converted into brand new lemur signs, and I've already also taken the liberty of making them as well as kind of getting them all situated. So we can basically jump right into actually getting these in game, because I thought the majority of things that people would be interested in watching is me actually making them into actual signs, and then probably to a lesser extent making the icons and stuff for them. So I think that is basically what we're gonna do. How are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing, Crocs?
I'm doing just fine.
It's about as good as you can get.
I am the opposite of Leaf. I am excited to go back to work.
Well, that's good. I was like, it's always a good thing if you want to go to work.
Yes.
That's when you know you have a good job.
Yep.
Let's see, so...
Literally get paid to be at the zoo. It doesn't get better.
I believe Jen is working on a Fusa. Jen is working on a lot.
Was working on a Fusa. Kinda half, yeah.
Yeah.
It was done and then she gave up or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's the shame, because it's like, on one hand, I'd love to be like, oh, yeah, I know why, you know, oh, we're going to be getting this soon. I can't promise anything as far as Jen goes, because Jen likes to just work on mods and then never touch them again.
And then disappear for a month.
Yeah, so there's that.
She's working on the wood bison, the muskox, and I believe the Mara right now.
Yeah, all at once, right?
All at once, yeah.
Not to mention, well, and that's the one she's actively working on, let alone
and she has
all the
like
stuff that I've been waiting
other...
on, where it's like, you know, because the Safari Pack has a lot of animals from her, and Roger Williams for that matter. So literally, I'm waiting on the Watusi, the African crowned crane, the red river hog, the Fusa, the Ala baboon, the did I say red river hog? Red river hog, Ala baboon, African crowned crane, secretary bird. You only see black. Oh, hold on. Is it on game capture mode? I think it probably is. Display capture. Yeah, hold on. Display capture. Hold on. Why is it doing this? Filters, properties. I don't really know why it's doing it. There we go. Does that work? Yeah. Sure, we'll go with that. Thank you for pointing that out, though, because, yeah.
If something's wrong with the stream, they will tell you.
That's true. That's why I like the more live versions of stuff. So, let's see. But yeah, we should be good now. Yeah, all I see is... Yeah, but you should see it now. Sometimes OBS does that. It's, like, really weird. So I need to figure out which sign actually I haven't used yet. So I have no idea which... Because I need an existing lemur sign for the scale.
Yeah, you need to clean up your export folders.
No, see, like, I can't, because that's just how they are. So the new system just requires you to have that many export folders, because it's It's based off of the amount of stuff you have.
Oh.
So like in an OVL, let's say you're editing faux rocks, right? There's about 20 faux rocks. That means you have every time you want to export something, it creates another 20 rocks.
No, I mean you were spamming the export because there was an export within an export within an export within an export.
Yeah, exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying. You have to have.
Oh,
that.
you can't fix that either.
No.
Oh.
I mean, I could delete them, but then I lose. Like, let's say I needed to. Oh, I've messed something up. Backtrack or something. Then I mess that up. So I like to keep the backups regardless, just in the off chance that something happens. So not that I want it, but you know.
Yeah. Have you seen the Capron Park Zoo? I'm not sure what that question means.
Have I seen the Capron Park Zoo?
Yeah, I mean, you've been there.
I've been there physically. I'm going again on Sunday with Julie, Emily, and Leaf. We're all going together, which means Julie and Emily are going to hate us because we're going to be just taking reference photos the whole time. Woohoo! Yeah! Recreation time!
Yay!
But yeah, that should be good. And then I'm See, I actually might after this stream call Beardsley, because Julie and I want to go to Beardsley to say that we've been to every AZA zoo in New England. And from what I can tell on their website,
the main wildlife park AZA too?
Is it? I don't really count it though because it's not really a zoo.
Kinda.
And it's out of the way.
Oh.
So even
you've been there?
No, but I know Leaf has, but it's out of the way.
Leaf's
Like it's in Maine, so it's like
he sent a video from
4 hours away
from Snapchat of him filming a bear pooping.
Yeah, so it's probably about 3 to 4 hours away. So.
Well, also, why go to Maine?
Maine's kind of nice, and I get the appeal.
I don't.
My family has a cabin up there too, so like that would be the justification.
That's an excuse to go there.
That and York, that would be the excuse to like hit those two up. But we're gonna be doing that.
City? What's York again? There's a wildlife park too.
Yeah. Well, it's like Baby Southwicks. It's like an amusement park that has.
I think you shared it.
Yeah, it's got lions and tigers and giraffes and stuff.
I mean, roadside zoo.
It's a roadside zoo. Yeah. But someone said, "Have you been to the Bronx Zoo?" I have been to the Bronx Zoo many times. I have been to Bronx many times. Probably, I mean, more than Capron. I've been to the Bronx Zoo 6 times.
You went to Capron recently for the first time, right?
Exactly. Like the first time that Leaf and I went was the first time either of us had been to there. So that was definitely a new experience. But we liked it so much that we're going to recreate it. So that was basically the thing. Because the backup plan was going to be Southwicks. Yeah, that was the big thing. Because the backup plan was Southwicks, which I am a fan of Southwicks. A lot of people aren't. Because I have a lot of nostalgia for Southwicks because it was the other big zoo growing up for me. Outside of Roger Williams. But the thing about Southwicks is it is kind of a roadside zoo, so there is like a lot of quality, issues that some people don't like. Because we visited that recently, like the 4 of us. We've just been going on like zoo binges. Like literally in the last month, I've been to more new zoos than I had in my whole life. I've been to Capron, Stone, Franklin Park.
You said Stone was really good, right?
Stone was really good. I might be doing a Stone recreation too, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do it in the way. I'm not gonna do it in the thing that people think I would do it in. See, that's the funny thing about Stone is I'm debating doing a Stone recreation, but it's gonna be different from what people are expecting. But I do want to do a Stone recreation, so that should be fun. Give me a sec. I think the music died. Yeah, I need to have it on loop. There we go.
But it would be hard to recreate because of the terrain. No. Terrain is simple, kinda. You can just find like height maps online.
Wait, what would be difficult for the terrain?
Southwicks recreation.
See, Southwicks actually, like, weirdly enough, it wouldn't be that bad because the whole thing is a consistent hill. So it's literally like the whole thing is a consistent downward slope. It's not like, oh, there's up and down hills everywhere or anything. It's pretty uniform where the parking lot is on the top of the hill and then it just gradually declines, the whole zoo. So if you just terraform it like that, it probably wouldn't be that bad. Now, the issue with Southwicks is it has a lot of animals. And frankly, like, I was saying this about Capron too. Animals really aren't the issue that they once were when it came to recreations. So when I first started Roger Williams, making animals was the biggest issue because we had none of the animals in the game.
Back then, you were pretty much also the only person doing mods.
Exactly. So I was like, oh, well, they have Red River Hog. I have to make that. Oh, they have Maasai Giraffe. I have to make that. Oh, they have, Watusi. I have to make that.
Do you have Maasai Giraffe?
Yes.
Oh. Thought they were just generics.
Nope. We have Maasai and Franklin Park is Maasai.
Oh.
The zoos that have
only
giraffes
2 holders?
There are 9 holders in the U.S. We are 2. We are 2 of them. Animal Kingdom is one of them.
Probably it's
San Diego.
Park?
Yep, yeah. San Diego has them. It's basically us, like New England and the big dogs. That's and then a handful of assorted ones throughout. But
Animal Kingdom is AZA, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
They're actually one of the most large AZA facilities. What's up, Bold? How you doing?
Makes sense. Hi, Bold.
So yeah, I think that should be good. So we should. So if anyone's wondering, this is the collared lemur sign that I am working on right now. But yeah. So
oh, the lemurs.
I have 4. I have 3 normal lemur signs, and then I have the ring-tailed lemur head sign, which is from Capron Park. I just stole it, and that is going to be
gonna make it a lot easier for the recreation.
Well, yes and no. So Leaf and I
were scaled weirdly.
No, because Leaf and I discussed this. We're not going to use mods. Scenery mods. We're not gonna.
Oh.
So, yeah. So, what I'm going to do, which is kind of interesting, I'm going to use the mod as a template, and then I'm going to trace it with in-game pieces.
That seems like too much work.
Probably. But Leaf doesn't want to use mods in the off chance that we eventually...
Yeah,
you
eventually finish it, yeah.
Upload it, yeah.
In the off chance you actually finish it.
I also might do a thing where I think we might do what Goron does, where we just do weekly I don't know. I'll have to talk to Leaf about what we want to do.
Weekly uploads.
Or well, he does them periodically though, where he actually uploads like, "Hey, made a little progress. Here's the upload." Roger Williams.
What I like about Goron is even if he has basically nothing done, he'll do a video.
Because like the thing with
I need to upload again soon too.
Yes, you do. You definitely do.
It's been 2 weeks already.
Because when it comes to Roger Williams, I have never uploaded it publicly. So the only people that have ever had access to the map were...
Oh, you're talking workshop like us.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm talking about actually uploading it to the workshop. Because uploading it for videos, who cares? Like, people could see the mods and not have an issue. But physically, if they wanted to download the map...
Yeah.
So, what I was saying is, like, yeah, in the off chance that we wanted to do that, people would want to download it, and so, we're doing that. You can't see me right now. I'm actually on my other monitor doing the textures and making sure they're all set. I'll actually move it over. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Basically, all I'm doing is I'm just going through here and just getting all of the correct maps and stuff. So, as an example, like I need this, grab that for the roughness, save it, and then we are good. So,
can you make a King Julian sign?
Everyone wants me to. I don't know, like, I want to, like, try to steer clear of the meme stuff, but I'm definitely insinuating some meme stuff.
It's not meme, he's a god.
He is, but...
A celestial being.
I have so much done, I need to do a video ASAP. Yeah,
I wish I was like you both.
Last night, you were working on Alberg, and
I mean, I do have another exhibit, pretty much two actually.
Yeah, the issue is what you guys. The key to having enough content to quickly make videos, you need to do time lapses.
Yeah.
Because versus
I can't do time.
Yeah, versus the way that you guys or Bold or Remnant or whoever, like the people that just do the walk-arounds, the issue is you need to do a lot of work to even remotely justify it. Where, okay.
I build for like 10 minutes at a time, and then I float around for 3 hours, and I build for another 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'd be a lot more work, editing-wise.
True. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing, is I totally understand why people do those. You just always, in order to justify a 10, 15-minute long video, you have to do a lot of progress, or else you're going to be just...
Both of my videos have been pretty much half an hour, both.
Yeah, exactly, and you did a lot of work in each, though.
I did.
Because the way, I would have probably split it up as, like, done, like, 4 episodes or something. Like, it's funny.
I am, like, probably 25% done with the zoo.
Because what I find funny about Roger Williams is how I have... Yeah, like, you're an example of, like, you're just done with, like, a lot of the zoo. And I like how Roger Williams is really inconsistent. The first few episodes I ever did of the series, I would do like the zebra exhibit was a 2-parter. Because at the time I didn't which is hilarious.
Well, you included footage of making the mods too.
True,
which
yeah.
Extends it a little bit.
That was true. Let's see if the collared lemur is in here.
It also helped I had Leaf on for their last episode.
Oh, okay. So we have the collared lemur, but it's very shiny. I know why.
Yeah.
I know why it's like that.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, you know why it's like that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no normal map? Is that it?
No, it's the shading. Oh. It's how it's so that's called rounded or smooth shading. It's a way that you can get details. So you see how it's smoothly shaded right here?
Yeah.
What you want to do is instead, for something that you want flat, you go to shading, and then you go flat faces. Actually, or you could probably do this too. If you go to mesh, shading. No, I mean, flat faces is right. But
you make an African pangolin. He did make an African pangolin.
Oh yeah, I did recently, technically.
It's on Nexus. What's that, white-bellied pangolin?
White-bellied pangolin, that was for San's birthday.
Yeah.
Sharp edges. Why is it not? Huh, that's not right. Shading, sharp vertices. It's not rendering properly. That's what's the weird part. Oh, I know why. Because I had another thing selected. So if I do shading, flat faces now. There we go. See how it makes it flat now?
Yeah.
And it actually kind of makes it a little polygonal around the edges, but that's fine for signs because it actually makes it look like a cutout. So that is one of them done. So that is the good news. So give me just a sec, and then we will be done with the collared lemur. We're gonna have so many lemur signs. Like I need to figure out how many is too many. Because I was asking, can I update the penguin signs? Oh, I need to, yeah. Yes, Bold, I will update the penguin sign. I forgot about that. Like, literally that whole pack was like a thing that I had, and I just never...
Oh yeah, you did that.
I did all of it. Yeah, I did the chin strap, what did I do? I definitely did little blue chin strap, African...
King?
Well, King was in the base
Emperor.
Game. Emperor, I think.
Yeah, that was the fat one you made.
Yup. And I did one other. Was it a deli? I forgot.
I don't know the difference between all the penguins.
All I know is I saw all of them.
Stupid bird.
I've seen all of the ones that I made.
I'm jealous.
It's a real flex.
Oh yeah, I should probably fix my list then.
I had to go to a horrible
birds.
place in order to go look at them, but I did it.
Yeah, I mean a great place.
Yep.
Absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic place, definitely.
To update my life list to include some penguins.
Yeah, so I think I don't know if anyone is interested in that, but everyone on my Discord recently, well, within like my close friend group, we've all been making zoo life lists. So basically, it's like an Excel spreadsheet where you list every zoo you've been to and then every animal you've seen in different categories. Now, some of us are going a bit more hardcore with it. I'm going a little bit looser, so I know a lot of, like, Dill, as an example. He's like a super zoo nerd. So he's listing every bird species, every reptile species, their scientific name, what the accreditation of the
That's a good
zoo
idea.
they've been to, etc.
I need to add scientific names.
Yeah, so
I hate you, Nick.
well, that's a Dill thing, because I didn't want to do that. I thought that was going to be a waste.
I like scientific names.
Yeah, so you can definitely do that. It takes a lot of time. Oh god, which one is this? Ring-tailed lemur.
Luckily, I know some of them in my head.
Yeah, so, but basically we're doing Excel spreadsheets with all of the animals we've seen. And, like, basically, it's kind of like a flex, because I know in the theme,
Yes.
in the theme park world, they do, like, credits or whatever, where it's like, oh, I rode that roller coaster, I got a credit. Which we were like, what if we transferred that into zoos? So, if you can be like, I've seen, like, as an example, I have the biggest flex, because I can say I have seen 12 different types of penguins, including some of the really big ones like emperor penguins and stuff. Since I've seen those, that's like a really big flex. Or I think
It's not a flex where you saw them.
Yeah, SeaWorld on its own is not a flex, but the fact that you can say that. And so, okay, so as an example, like Gaming Hyena brought up, like Bronx's little blue penguins. That's another aspect of the flexing that you can do. So as an example, I went to Bronx when World of Darkness was opened. So
It'd be really cool if you flex subspecies.
True, yeah. You can also do that, yeah. So I was curious if anyone was like interested if like I do a video or something where I just go over my life list and stuff, because it's kind of interesting like that. How yeah, we have like different things depending. Here's the ring-tailed lemur sign. But yeah, I think it's definitely cool because we definitely have a lot. I have 17 zoos under my belt. I don't know how many you have.
I have
17 zoos and aquariums, I should say. I have
15.
15. And that, well, I guess, have you been to individual aquariums? I guess SeaWorld, right?
I've been to SeaWorld. I wouldn't say Gatorland's an aquarium, but it'd sort of be in that kind. It's not really a zoo either.
Yeah.
And I've been to some tourist trap place in Spain.
Yep.
It's like a branch of Marineland, I think, which is the place in France that has orcas.
Yeah. So, like...
Then I've been to, the National Aquarium here in Denmark, and the 1 or 2 holders of harbor porpoise.
Yeah,
so I can flex that.
Can you flex hybrids?
No.
No. See, I actually had a chance to. Because, I don't know, this is like a weird thing with New England. But we have a yearly Ren Fair type thing that goes on, but it's at a dedicated place. It's called King Richard's Fair. I've never been, but it was but every year they used to have Doc Antle come up, and he would bring the ligers, he would bring the Tigons.
Based.
Yeah, and so it was Doc Antle came up here quite often with all of the hybrids.
Doc Antle.
What?
Oh, if you had a photo.
Oh no, yeah. See, that's the thing is, I didn't go. A lot of my friends went. I wanted to go because, especially when Game of Thrones was popular and stuff, it was a big deal. But what's funny about it is, obviously, this was before Tiger King. This is before anyone knew Doc Antle or anything. So now, obviously, if you said oh, I met Doc Antle, it'd be you're a horrible person. Oh, you pet tigers, whatever. Back then, it was very. I would say pretty common, actually, for people to, because they just wanted to see tigers. It's the exact premise of what Tiger King was, about, where it's if someone says, hey, dude, $5, you can play with a baby tiger, a lot of people do it. And it's, and so, until people knew how horrible it is, they were like, oh yeah, I'll do that. And so now King Richard's Fair, it still goes on to this day, but they changed it out so they no longer associate with Doc Antle after Tiger King, and now I think they replaced his entire area, because he had a dedicated area. It was called like Tiger Kingdom or something, and it would be where he kept all the cubs for cub petting, where all the hybrids were kept, because he'd always bring Hercules, which is like the big liger and stuff that they have.
Yeah. So where is it in Mass?
I believe so. It's like it's somewhere in the woods. I know that it's just like a permanent Ren Fair though. And it seemed definitely appealing though, because like they had themed weekends and stuff. So it'd be like, oh, it's Harry Potter weekend, it's Game of Thrones weekend, it's Lord of the Rings weekend, and like
they have a 3-headed dog.
What?
You have a 3-headed dog for Harry Potter.
Oh. I mean, Doc Antle, who knows what he might have. But what's funny, you mentioned dogs, so that's what actually replaced his section.
Wow,
so they have
a dog.
No, yeah, they have a dog show now. So they have like basically a bunch of like ex-circus dogs, and they have like an act. So it's kind of a thing. Did you, Nick, make animals look like the film Madagascar? No, I can't say I have. Though I have debated it. Because this is a thing that I don't know if people are interested in, but I'm definitely questioning doing. I want to make a mini animal pack that tries to make some of the bigger animals, like the elephants, for instance, look like the people in Planet Coaster or Planet Zoo. So you know how like they have like the beady eyes and stuff?
The rig?
Well, I want to take the rig, but what I want... No, not like... I don't want to, like, turn them into people. I want to turn them into the cartoony art style of the people.
Oh.
Because I'm interested in what that would look like. Because as I know a lot of people are like, ew, no, that'd be gross. The animals need to be realistic. I think it would be the opposite, actually. I think it would actually be better looking for the game. Because it would be...
I wouldn't say that.
Well, because it would be artistically consistent at that point. And you could use a lot of the kind of shorthand that you usually can't get away with. So here we go. Here's the collared lemur sign, and here's the ring-tailed lemur sign. I think I want to make it bigger, but how does that look? It looks awesome, actually. This is literally ripped directly out of Capron Park. But, so yeah, that looks cool. So that is 2 more signs for the safari pack. Though, Crocs, help me out here.
Yes.
How much bigger should the ring-tailed lemur sign be? Should I make it like basically... Well, I don't know. Do you like it roughly this size? I suppose it's about... Because it's about the right size for how big it is at Capron. Let me put it next to a Frank. Actually, yeah, no, it's kind of small. I might want to make it bigger. I don't know. What do people think? Make it bigger or keep it right about the right size? I think it's hilarious that the entire game looks super realistic, and then we have Ken doll people. Yeah, see, that's kind of like what's annoying to me is I wish that Planet Zoo wasn't in the Planet universe where the people look like that. Because I get that making people look realistic, like Jurassic World Evolution or something, or Prehistoric Kingdom, looks jarring. It looks really weird when you do that. But the perk of it, I see, is when you do that, you usually end up with at least art consistency. Versus Planet Zoo, where, you know, we're using these super weird, like, proportioned people with, like, beady eyes and stuff, and they look kind of weird. They look like Pixar characters, and then the animals look hyper-realistic and stuff. It's even weirder. But if you look at, in Planet Coaster... The animatronic animals look like the people. So the dragon is in the same art style as the people, and it looks fine. The hippos and stuff look like they're part of that universe. So, and I think that was like, this is a little conspiracy theory, but I'm pretty sure this is true. I think the hippos that are in Planet Coaster were actually the demo versions of the Planet Zoo hippos. I'm pretty sure they were one of the first tests to determine, like, you know, what would look good for the game. I think I am gonna make it bigger.
Okay, I can apparently flex a population of said animal.
What can you flex?
Northern European lynx. A species known as lynx.
Lynx.
4 words.
I mean, you probably can flex it just a little bit more on me, because I have seen European lynx.
I've seen Northern European lynx.
I can't say they were northern, because I think they were probably...
Yeah, probably wild caught.
Wild caught from... Well, because they were at the Bioparco.
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing they were probably Italian lynx.
Yeah, no, they're actually... I can check for you.
Yeah, let me know, because I have no idea. But that's why, like, yeah, I want to do that. But I highly recommend, if anyone... Ooh, that's another thing that I wonder if people should flex that. Because Bold says, like, I've hand-fed wild kudu, duiker, warthog, and mongoose, and almost pet a wildebeest. I almost wonder if that could be a thing, too, where you can flex animal experiences. So, like, you know, as an example, I've ridden an elephant before.
You can apparently also flex Northern European lynx.
Oh, okay, I can. Yeah.
Yes. They are at Bioparco.
But yeah, I was saying, like, you could probably do that, too, because, like, Leaf fed an Indian rhino recently.
That's cool. I fed a chimpanzee.
Yeah, I mean, you work at a zoo, so, you know, that's also a flex.
Fox is saying in chat right now, yeah.
Yeah, Crocs works with lemurs on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of the thing, is, like, it's always interesting, because we all have, like, different experiences, so it's kind of, I don't know, I think it's definitely, like, a cool thing if you just, like, make a little Excel. It also, like, makes you realize, like, especially if you're someone who's been to a lot of zoos.
It makes you want to go to more zoos.
Yeah, just to, like, get random animals. So, as an example, Stone had they're one of the only holders of bush dogs in the world. I think it's them and one other place.
Well, we have them here. Well, in Europe, they're not common, but not uncommon.
Yeah, more frequent, yeah.
There's, 50 holders here.
Yeah, so they're pretty common in Europe, but in the United States, it's us and one other place.
And that is what?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's Stone
and... like San Diego, but
no.
I guess you've been there.
Yeah, no. Bush dogs are quite rare. But so that was the thing is, Stone doesn't really have anything crazy. They have, like, Markhor and stuff, but I've seen those at Bronx. But they do have bush dogs, so getting bush dogs was, like, a cool little flex, because I'm like, oh, yeah, now, because even Dill, who's been to, what's it called?
He's been to Stone.
He's been to Stone, and he still can't say he's seen bush dogs, because they weren't out the day he went. So, like, to this day, he's really upset by that. There we go. I like that.
Too bad.
I like that lemur a lot more. So there we go.
What's
now we
the
have
subspecies name for a Amur tiger. I guess it's been changed because there are apparently only 2 subspecies, but no.
But yeah, so I am definitely interested in. Like, it's always interesting when, like, someone else could, like, flex stuff. Like, I challenge someone else to have a bigger pinniped list than me. Because I think I have...
Oh, yeah, pinniped.
I probably have the most... I probably have the most pinnipeds, which are seals and sea lions, out of probably anyone.
I might even have... No, I have 3.
Let me just go through my list. Hold on, I'll show you my zoo life list really quick.
No,
so this is what my zoo life list is, if anyone's interested. So I also made a little subsection for museums on the side. So these are all the museums I've been to. But here's all the zoos I've been to. Blue are AZA, orange is like ZAA, and green is EAZA. And then, you know, Roger Williams, Capron, Southwick's New England Aquarium, Mystic Aquarium, Franklin Park Zoo, Bronx Zoo, Smithsonian National Zoo, Six Flags Great Adventure, Disney's Animal Kingdom, San Diego Zoo, San Diego Safari Park, SeaWorld, San Diego, Bioparco de Roma, Buttonwood, and Stone. And so, under my pinniped list, here's vaguely, like, my whole list. And like I said, in another stream or another video, I can probably go through this, but I have my pinnipeds. I have Pacific Walrus, Guadalupe Fur Seal, Northern Fur Seal, Stellar Sea Lion, Atlantic Harbor Seal, Gray Seal, Ribbon Seal, Pacific Spotted Seal, and California Sea Lion. So, quite a bit. So that's what, one,
How many
two,
cetaceans
three,
do you
four,
have?
five, I have 4. I have
Okay, I also have 4.
beluga, pilot whale, orca, and bottlenose. You probably have the same 4.
Yeah, no, I have Habapopus.
Oh.
I don't have beluga.
Yeah, so... It's always funny, like, looking at, like, my antelope list, because, like, there's so many, like, different antelope.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I don't even have half that.
Yeah, I have a lot of antelope.
How many antelope?
But it's funny, because, like, 90% of them are the safari parks I've been to.
I have
That's
12.
why, like, if anyone is wondering, like, I don't know if Nick's a good idea about safaris. Has he even been on that many? Animal Kingdom, San Diego, and Six Flags alone make up, like, all of these different ungulates.
Yeah, I have 12.
Yeah, so... Come in Toronto, we got animals, and the fact the city has animal encounters called raccoons are everywhere. Why do I need to do that when I could just go to Roger Williams, where they eat our bald eagles?
Oh, yeah. They replace them every year.
Yep. I actually have quite a bit of, what's it called? I have my crocodile list. So crocodiles, I have gharial, false gharial, Siamese crocodile, slender-snouted, West African, Cuban, Nile, Philippine, American alligator, Chinese alligator, broad-snouted caiman, and Cuvier's dwarf caiman. If I go to Beardsley, I can also get, I think, spectacled caiman. So.
I wonder my crocodile list how that would look. Probably wouldn't be great. I haven't seen that.
The whiteout stuff is, by the way, that is Dill's old list. Dill gave me the template, so this is stuff
you could just delete all the rows you don't need.
Yeah, so I've been going through them slowly but surely. Penguins, I have Emperor, King, Macaroni, Gentoo, Adelie, Chinstrap, Southern Rockhopper, Little Blue, Magellanic, Humboldt, and African. So, quite the list there. And like I said,
I've done like a little thing under the list of zoos. I've done a last zoo visit thing.
Oh, that's actually like days since last visit or something.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny. Actually,
I haven't been to the zoo in over 2 weeks. No, that's not right.
That'd be funny though. Like capered, it's like last visit 2 days ago. Like
I haven't been to the zoo in 11 days.
Because Bronx, it's probably been about 2 years, 2.5 years, basically since before Corona was the last time I went to Bronx. Julie and I are trying to go to National in September. So
nice.
Fingers crossed I can do that.
Pandas. Yay.
Yay, pandas. I don't even care about pandas.
Shittiest species ever.
Like I'm glad I've seen pandas in my life, but I don't care about them or anything. Like they're just kind of there. Because I can also flex that. I have seen every kind of bear.
How many tiger species do you have?
I have Amur, Siberian, Malayan, generic white. So I have all of them.
Oh, I don't even have generic on here. Let me add it.
Yeah, I would add generic because I also
most definitely have.
Even though some that's another thing is even though some of these aren't even zoos, we sometimes throw these in here too. Where I threw in Ringling Brothers because that's where I saw my generic white tigers and stuff like that. Though I've also seen them at Southwick's, so good old roadside zoos, am I right?
Yay. Let me see.
But let's go. Okay, pick male or female.
Male.
Male, okay, because we're doing the blue-eyed black lemur right now, and I did a male and female for that one.
Just looking at former
because they look so different. So let's do terrapins. Wait a minute, that ain't right.
Yeah, they used to have them in London.
I'm getting so confused now. Afro wall set, lemur sign.
I'm just gonna put NA. I've definitely seen them though.
There we go. But yeah, definitely recommend if anyone wants to. They're very cool. Nick, you're gonna make me want to do my own list. It's kind of fun. And the earlier you do it, the better. Because if you're ever interested in doing it, like in the future, it gets harder back, like remembering stuff from the past. Like, especially, like, I had to do some deep cuts for me, like, you know, remembering back to, like, my childhood, like, going to, like, Six Flags. And, like, there's probably other stuff that, like, you know, I, like, are just so far gone from my memory that, like, I don't even remember them. But I definitely tried my best to get as many as I could.
Can you flex North Chinese leopard, though?
Probably not. Maybe, but I don't want to say definitely. I've seen a lot of armor leopards, and I've seen a lot of generic leopards.
Well, there are a lot of holders of North Chinese, apparently.
Yeah.
In Europe, at least. But I don't... Yeah, because, yeah, AZA likes Amur leopards.
Mm-hmm.
So I doubt you have North Chinese in America. Probably
No.
that one sanctuary or breeding compound in California probably has them.
Yeah. I just started a list.
I can flex Persian leopards.
Yeah, because that's the other thing, is if you can flex seeing wild stuff, that's also cool. Because, like, I've seen a lot of, like, wild North American animals for obvious reasons, but, like
I can flex a red squirrel.
Yeah, well, what's funny for me is I've never seen something like a skunk or a raccoon or a fox in captivity, but I have seen them in the wild, obviously. So, like, that's always funny to me. Like, recently when we went to, I think it was... Where was it? San Diego. San Diego has a raccoon exhibit in their, like, North America section. And I was looking for it, couldn't even find it. But it's like, do I even care? Because I've seen wild raccoons. So, you know, it's basically the same thing. So, I don't know. I would definitely, like, you know, it's always up to you what you want to do with your list, because it's your list. Like, who cares? Because, like I said, as an example, I dumbed mine down to, like, just calling them monkeys. Dill has them by order and stuff. So, like, oh, this monkey is like, howler monkeys are not part of the same thing as old world monkeys, and they're in a separate thing from baboons. I didn't care. I just made the monkey category because it was easier.
Yes.
But yes, hypothetically, like, you know, some people like to go a little crazier, which is fine. You know, I'm not going to judge. All right. Since I keep getting very confused. Cool. So now I'm going to import my OBJ, and this is going to be the male blue-eyed black lemur. Male blue-eyed.
Do you know the Latin name for the...
I have no clue, dude. Do not ask me. Thank you, Andy. I can flex wild pronghorn moose and out. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Oh, I remember. I could just Google it. I just don't want to.
I had both bush babies. Bush babies are cool. Have I seen bush babies? To the list. I think I might have, but I have to go to the list. What would I have put them under? Probably...
What kind of bush baby?
I don't know, but I would have
probably Senegal. Those are kind of common in...
what did I consider that category? I have, like, an entire category for, like, weird types of primates that aren't actually, like, marmosets or monkeys. Oh, yeah, promosimians. Yeah, so I've seen the Maholi bush baby at Bronx. So,
I have seen those in Copenhagen.
Yeah. Because I have, like, a whole... This is just my category of primates that aren't really primates, or primates that aren't your traditional lemur,
so like
tamarin, or monkey. Yeah. Slow loris, pato, bush baby, that sort of thing. Then I have my lemurs, which I've seen quite a bit of lemurs. Red ruffed, blue-eyed black lemur, mongoose, black and white ruffed, both the nominant and the sub-nominant for all the weird leaf mods that he's been making recently. Just making clones of the black and white ruffed lemur. Ring-tailed, obviously, I've seen everywhere. Collared brown, Safaka, lesser mouse, and fat-tailed. So, definitely cool. Like I said, definitely, they're just fun lists to make. At first, it seems like, oh my god, that sounds so stupid. and then you start working on it. It's really fun. Like, it's the weirdest thing because it doesn't sound that interesting, but it really is. It's just fun to do. It'd probably be a lot easier doing theme parks because, like, theme parks are just, you know, that, and, like, it's very rare that, like, roller coasters go under. They sometimes do, but very rarely. So I can delete you now. So let's see. UV0.
What are all the types of bear again? Sloth bear, brown bear, Asian black, giant panda, sun bear, polar bear.
I have sloth bear, American black, brown bear split up into. Oh,
American
bear.
Black. That's the only one I'm missing right now.
Yeah, and then I mean brown
and
bear.
And I'm gonna see those like in a few weeks here.
Yeah, I have mine split into the subspecies like grizzly bear, ABC Islands, and Eurasian. Then Asian.
Have you seen ABC Islands?
I had Bronx.
Oh.
Then Asian black bear, giant panda, sun bear, Andean bear, and polar bear. But I know you've seen polar bear, so.
I have seen polar bears. 3 places.
I have seen them in only 2.
Yeah, you didn't see them in San Diego.
No, I'm still mad at that.
Ha.
Because I think they had the best enclosure out of anywhere I would have
I did see them in a tropical place. I saw them in Singapore.
Singapore?
Yes.
They don't have them anymore, right? Didn't it just die?
Nope, it died. Should make a flex list for all the different horse breeds I've seen.
God.
Sorry.
Horses is like... Because I've probably seen a lot of horses too. I couldn't tell you any of them though.
I can't tell the difference.
I could tell them. I know my basic ones.
I don't.
Like I could probably say like, you know, oh, that's obviously like a type of draft horse. That's a, you know, that's a black stallion. That's a Clydesdale.
Horse.
Clydesdales, I know some of like the show horses and stuff like that, like the Arabians and stuff. They're kind of like
Icelandic.
I think for me, like,
not a breed too.
Yeah, like horses to me are like cats, where I know quite a bit of them, or I know a handful of them, but it's not like dogs, where like I know like all of them.
I don't know all the dogs.
Well, dogs are a lot easier because there's like a lot more variation. Like, I'd have a much easier time naming 100 dogs versus 20 cats.
Fair. Wait, Luropoda, no.
Oh, that stinks. Oh, do I have my tapir category? Do I have tapirs? I think I do.
I have 2 tapirs.
Tapirs, Malayan, beards, and South American. That's another good aspect about it too, is if you make a list, you can always make sure, you can always reference it back when people say like, oh yeah, I saw this, and it's like, have I seen that before? Oh yeah, I saw it at this place.
Yeah.
Because it all, like, once you also like tag an animal to a place, you kind of get a vague mental image of something that you otherwise might have forgotten.
Yes.
Because you're like, wait a minute, where did I see that? Oh yeah, now I remember.
The list is so much more full when you add the scientific names. I like it.
I've ridden an Icelandic, yeah. I've never ridden a horse. I've always wanted to.
I think I have. It was a horse.
I actually have. I've ridden a horse. It was a type of horse that I rid.
Yeah.
Rode. I'm a Native American speaker here.
This is strange. No, I just didn't know what kind of horse it was. But it certainly was
the one time my parents took my brother and I horseback riding when I was young, I wanted to ride the donkey because donkeys are gray and elephants are gray, and elephants are my favorite animal. And that was my little 5-year-old brain logic.
Someone in chat saw a Persian leopard wild. That's cool.
I forgot the type of horse that... I kind of wondered the type of horse that my brother rode. It was this kind of like... because it was called Strawberry Shortcake.
I rode a wooden horse. Yeah, me too.
Because the horse that my brother rode, it was called Strawberry Shortcake, and it was kind of cool because it was like this like strawberry blonde horse with like kind of like red spots. It was really pretty. I don't think I've ever seen one like that again.
Horses are kind of cool.
Horses are cool. Horses are a very cool animal. I will definitely agree.
I need to see more canines.
Yeah, I was surprised. I haven't actually seen that many. Because, like, that's the other thing is...
4.
I have seen...
Guess I could add subspecies just to fill it out.
I have seen bush dog, fennec fox, arctic fox, red wolf, gray wolf, maned wolf, African wild dog, and coyote.
Oh, I've probably seen coyotes, actually.
I mean, coyotes are another one that, like, you know, I've seen them in the wild all the time.
They probably have coyotes in Gatorland, don't they?
No. I don't know.
They don't have a full species list, which is stupid.
Yeah, sometimes you have to kind of just go on Zoo Chat and stuff.
Gatorland full species list. St. Augustine Alligator Farm, that's not it.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Isn't that the same thing? It's just called...
No, Gatorland's in Orlando.
Oh.
Here's a Zoo Chat article. Oh yeah, I have seen American crocodiles too.
Never seen an American crocodile. I want to see a saltwater.
I have seen a saltwater.
Where's Singapore?
No, Gatorland.
Oh, they have them there?
Yep, and they also have Nile and Cuban. And then American alligator, of course.
American alligator at Gatorland in America?
Dude.
I wish I saw those.
Yeah. Animals, Gatorland.
Gatorland.
Wild cats. Oh, I guess they don't. They do kind of have.
There was a pika in our cookhouse at camp last year. What is a pika?
It's weird. What's the word even? Guinea pig.
Oh, weird.
It's kind of half mouse, half guinea pig that lives in North America.
Oh.
I think.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I've never even heard one, let alone saw one.
Well, they should live like where you are, kind of.
I mean, maybe.
They might be out west.
They're probably out west. If,
Yeah,
you know,
makes sense.
If Bold saw them, then they're probably not where I am.
Yeah, they're out west.
Because native wildlife, raccoons, opossum, beaver, coyotes, white-tailed deer, everywhere. What else do we got? Porcupines are rare. They're around, but rare. Skunks, obviously. Squirrels, you know, gray squirrel. Or the weird New York subspecies of gray squirrel that are black.
Is it a subspecies now?
I think so.
Oh.
Well, it's a weird color morph that's only in New York.
That's weird.
Yeah, like you go anywhere outside of New York, they are gray. But they're pitch black in New York City.
It's to hide. Camouflage.
We don't really have that many pigeons around here other than the major cities. We have a lot of seagulls. Seagulls are everywhere.
fucking hate pigeons.
I hate seagulls. Seagulls are worse.
Yeah, seagulls smell.
Are there otters? Not really. I've never seen a North American otter in the wild. Hypothetically, we should have them up here, but I've never seen them. Like I said, beavers are rare, and the only time you'll see them is like if they're at a dam.
Yeah, you should have them there.
But yeah.
If you go to the woods of Rhode Island.
The woods of Rhode Island.
Should be able to find them.
Alright, well the good news that I have all the signs. The bad news, I have to get the textures, so that'll take a minute. But not too bad. I can wait a single minute. That doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
But since I'm done with my signs, I'm going to let you guys determine what I do next. So I was debating spending the rest of the stream working on a new type of mural for the Madagascar section. If you guys are interested, let me know. Or if you guys have any other ideas, if you want me to make more lemurs or something. But I kind of wanted to maybe work on a mural for like the spiny forest. I forget if it's spiny forest or spiky forest. But
no clue.
It's one or the other. It's basically the kind of traditional idea of what Madagascar is. But I'll let you guys let me know. It's kind of an art stream today. I hope you guys don't mind. I got attacked by a lemur and almost died. That sounds...
How'd you get attacked by a lemur?
That's what I'm kind of wondering.
I want to know.
What kind, too? Because, like, was it like a safaka? Because that would suck. Like a safaka is like a pretty big one, so like that would be, or like an injury or something, or it's like something that would actually
be bad.
Yeah, that would actually hurt. But if it was like a ringtail, like the hell.
They jump on me all the time.
Taxidermy lemurs. I mean, I could, but is that really a thing? I don't think so.
I've never heard of that.
I've never seen a like a lemur
I guess
taxidermy.
anything is taxidermy. But...
Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to think, like, maybe the Smithsonian has it, but I can't even, I don't even remember.
Everything. Safaka. Where'd you get attacked by Safaka?
Yeah. Where does that...
How does that happen? You go to Madagascar.
Did you not move it?
Yeah. Yes. How to escape lemur attack.
And here we go. Here is the brand new lemur signs. Look at how many lemurs we got. Is this enough signs, you think? Are people gonna have enough?
It's more than enough.
I think it's enough too. I think we have a good collection. You have 2 blue-eyed black lemurs, collared lemur, black and white ruffed, red ruffed, and ringtail. I think that should cover it. Not to mention you have the additional bonus sign, which is just a cool little ring-tailed lemur face. So
I was feeding it in a zoo. Oh, you got like a backstage tour type thing, or do you work there, or what's the reindeer thing?
Oh, if anyone was wondering, I recently worked on the Sichuan Talkin remake. And what happened was I was trying to figure out what I should use for the adult, which was the black wildebeest. But then I was like, the baby. Baby Talkins resemble a baby reindeer a lot more, so I used the baby reindeer as a base. So basically what you're seeing right now is actually like just my testing for all of my recent mods. So like the baby pangolin here was for the African pangolin, the white-bellied. I reset my game files since then, so like they're back to normal, but this was testing out the mastodon, the baby was testing out the baby Colombian mammoth, and then yeah, this was the Talkin. So if anyone was wondering, those are why I have those random animals here. But yeah, so I think we are about ready to do the, what's it called? icons for these, so let me just do those quick. So making icons is pretty simple. You just kind of grab them in this general pose. And yeah, so that is the female blue-eyed black. We'll grab collared. So that is collared lemur. And the last one is going to be the regular black. Blue-eyed black. If I can select. Ah, man, I screwed it up. There we go. Blue-eyed black lemur. So that is good. What I have to do to install the Safari Pack, I tried to do... It's the exact same way as all the other mods. There's literally no difference between installing the Safari Pack and installing any other type of animal new species mod. So,
that's why it's good.
Yeah, I was talking... Chicago, I think, is back. So fingers crossed. I asked him if he could make a animal combiner script, which would make it so that I can package up all the basically give everyone the Safari Pack they actually wanted, where I package up all the animals into one folder. And then you just install Safari Pack or whatever, and then it'll have every single one. So fingers crossed he can get me that. If not, the other thing that he said he would work on for me was getting the scenery script, so we can start making some custom scenery easier. Which, you know, at this point, it's just kind of, it'd be nice for other people, but for me, I don't even care, because obviously I've gotten pretty good at it. You know, I've
done
made
it a lot by now.
I've made do, you know. Also, if anyone is, yeah, because I have to send Bold and stuff all the new patch that has all of the stuff. I think I'm approximately at about 400 props now, though. So we definitely have quite a bit of props at our disposal. So now that I have those, let us get these going. So to begin, we need to go to our prop afro folder, and we'll do the locks first. So if I go to AF3, we need animal signs, and then we will start with the terrapin signs. So the terrapin, where are you at? Terrapin 1. So TBD sign, this is going to be, I forget the file format, to be honest. Hold on, I need to check what my other signs are called. I have like a whole format for like what I wanted to name everything.
It's not like you do this for a living or anything.
I don't do this for a living. I wish I made money.
Fair.
I wish I made money off of this, but I don't. Giveth the props, yeah. Where is it at? Did I not make an AF1? I guess I must have just called them AF2. I'm stupid. Yeah, so they're called Madagascar Animal Sign. Blah, 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 blah. So,
where are ring-tailed lemurs from again?
Madagascar. Yep, so Madagascar Animal Sign. This is going to be collared lemur. Save. Just for now, I'm going to hold off on that one, and then I'll do the penguin sign. So this is going to be blue-eyed black lemur male. And female. And then, what should I call the ringtail lemur sign? Should I just call it ringtail? Because I'm trying to think of how it's going to display all of them, right?
Yeah.
And so I think I would want that either at the beginning of the list or the end of the list. So it's like separated.
Yeah.
So I'll have to see. So where is Terrapin? So Madagascar animal sign. We'll call it ring-tailed lemur. Base. Face? I don't know. Ring-tailed lemur. Head. Sure. I don't know. I don't think it really matters all that much, but why not? That'll work. Ring-tailed lemur head. Want to know what I should be doing, too, as I go through all of these? I should be, like, sending you all of them for, like, at least Danish translation. Like, I should have, like...
No.
No, I don't want to.
You have people for that.
That's true.
On the modding server.
That is true. Actually, I don't know. Do we have a dedicated Danish translator other than you? I don't even know.
I haven't done it in a while, and I've been getting by, so...
True.
I assume so.
Because the secret
I guess no Danish people play the game.
Because the secret is most of us haven't even been doing them. Like, we just kind of gave up on even attempting.
Fair.
Alright, so Terrapin... Terrapin 1. You are going to be the collared lemur, which means I need to grab one of the existing lemur signs to get the correct angle. Animal sign. I just dragged a seal somewhere. Okay, but you'll work.
You dragged a seal somewhere?
Yeah, I had, like, I grabbed the, like, seal file or something. It's a long story. All you need to know is I did something. And what's up, UK? How you doing?
The entire UK's here?
Yep, the entirety of the United Kingdom.
I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan of Brexit.
No need to get political, Nick.
Oh, yes. The American explaining Geo-European conflict. I don't even know if it was, it really wasn't even a conflict. It was more of like a, now we don't really want to be a part of it anymore. Okay. There really wasn't much to it.
Nope.
It's pretty open and shut. But for like a few weeks, people made a big deal out of it.
Yep. Mainly people on Twitter, though.
Fair.
Which we all know how intelligent they are.
Hey, I am on Twitter as well, and I am
too.
Moderately intelligent.
I wouldn't say I'm dumb. And I use Twitter.
I wouldn't say I'm dumb. The end.
But
hello, everybody. I have a question for the mod makers. If I use props and there's another update, can I open the save park?
Depends.
Depends. So, if I update it, yes. And also, if you're asking on Frontier's end, it also depends. It depends on if they're nice to us this update and don't change anything. But I can't make any. I refuse to make any promises anymore on that because I can't tell what the hell Frontier does. It's better to assume that they're gonna, change something than not. But who knows? Maybe we'll
probably
get lucky.
will because they're gonna do something about flying. Hopefully.
True, but like I don't know if that's gonna be that
which will only affect animals, so I don't know why I'm saying it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is, like, I don't know. I don't think so, but I can't make any promises.
Twitter people.
People. Yeah.
They're not people.
We'll see. Who knows? Let's see. AF3. So the male black and black blue-eyed blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
The black blue-eyed blah 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 is my favorite animal.
I agree.
There we go.
Black blue-eyed blah blah blah.
We'll do this. So that is going to be that one, and then the female, and then we are done. So I never really did get answers, dude, other than that one guy that said, hey, do taxidermy. What am I doing after this? Like, I don't know if I should just do the, whatever. Update 400 pieces, is there a way to do it in bulk? The answer is yes. Now, on the topic of, am I excited about Theme Maker's Toolkit? In a weird way, I'm not. So on one hand, would people download them? Would people download mods more? Yes. But as an example, I don't know if I would actually update the Safari pack for Theme Maker's Toolkit, because from what I am told from the Planet Coaster people, if Theme Maker's Toolkit does become a thing, that means I need to update every individual piece in the pack. Each one taking apparently roughly 2 hours to download. Or upload, I mean. So, let's say these wall sets or roof sets that I'm making, I would have to manually upload every single wall in the entire set and do that manually. So, I am not thrilled by that idea. But we will see. But good news is, in the current state of modding, I think I am good. And I think we now have my new signs in the game. So let's check them out. What's up, Basic? How you doing? More bird packs. Yeah, so, like, because that's the other thing is, I also know since we are, like, basically confirmed to get birds at this point, I don't even want to say maybe. We're getting birds. Since I know we're getting birds, I don't even know if it's worth working on more prop birds. Because on one hand, it's like, oh, well, you get to work on it, but then it's just me wasting time in the future. That, like, more stuff I'd have to update, and then, you know, stuff that ultimately, at endgame, becomes redundant, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I forgot to... Wait, did I forget? I didn't forget. So why is it doing that? I don't think I forgot. I'm pretty sure I did the localized file. So why are they not showing up? Guys, ready for Drew's epic mixtape? What's Drew up to right now? I think he's streaming, right? Because
no, his internet crashed.
Oh, F.
F in the chat.
F in the chat. Because I was gonna say, usually, like, it's a thing. I start streaming and then he starts streaming. But
he was streaming.
Gotcha. I want fish props. See, fish are more doable. Like, fish, I think I could justify, and I've talked to Leaf about it. We want to add.
I've done fish.
We've done entire fish and stuff, like, animal-wise, but I think what Bolt's talking about is just, like, if we just got, like, some basic, you know, whatevers. Huh. That's interesting. First off, these aren't right. These aren't the right ones. That one's right. That one's not right. And wow, now I'm even more confused. So the TBD signs are not right, which is already confusing. So what? I definitely changed them. You saw me do it.
Did we, though?
Madagascar animal sign collared lemur. Ring-tailed lemur sign, yeah. So we did. So now I'm confused. TBD sign 1 is what? What is it? TBD sign 4, TBD sign 3. So you can make the argument that the penguin ones didn't go through. But these ones should have at minimum, so that's odd. I don't want animals, I just want props. Animals. See, you're in the minority then, Bolt, because like I know even a lot of other builders that are like, yeah, I'd like to use, you know, props, but like prop mods just aren't the best right now because of blah blah blah, this issue, that issue. So it's actually interesting that you're like, nah, just I don't even want animals, just give me more props. Because for a lot of people, like, yeah, they just totally disagree with that. They're like, they get mad if you ask for more props. Let's see. So sign 3, yeah. That's interesting. Madagascar animal sign. What was the format again? Blue eye, I just list it, right? Yeah. So penguin 1, or we do penguin 2. We do blue-eyed black lemur, female. And then you are going to be blue-eyed black lemur, male. And then I, once again, don't know why these are messed up, but whatever. We have these just mixed up. So I don't even know. For now, let's just see if I can fix this, because that's just odd. Open init, new, lock, select folder, file save, lock, yes. Well, I stay organized with them, so I don't care, and tiny animals are hard to build for and use up a ton of CPU, so yeah, I get that. I definitely get that, too. Because, like, at the end of the day, I've always said that, like, animals are props, whether people like to admit it or not. They're just props that do slightly more than the animatronics in Planet Coaster did. But yeah. I was actually going to make a video on this, and let me know if... I can't be the only one. I want to make a video that's literally just called... Are Planet Zoo's animals getting dumber? Because I can't be the only one that's noticed that every single update, we seem to be getting worse AI for the animals to where now they just literally walk around and do nothing.
They just stand still.
They stand still or they walk around. They don't do any of the custom animations anymore. They don't interact with enrichment items. Monkeys, for example, never climb. It's like it's getting ridiculous at this point. And like I just can't even understand what they're doing with each patch. But like look at this. What is this baby elephant doing? Like okay, it runs around and then gets lost and then like that's why I never really did understand the people that like to make the argument over like I just stare at the animals all day. It's like how? They don't do anything. They just walk around. It's baffling to me that like anyone would get enjoyment out of that. Okay, what the hell? Huh.
Alright, I think it's about that time where I drop off.
Alright, well, I will see you then.
It's been fun, people.
It's been fun, people. Goodbye.
Thank you for having me on.
Of course. Anytime, Crocs.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I need to figure out why... This is so weird. Yeah, because... I don't know, like, I don't want to be, like, negative about the animal issue. It's just, they really don't seem to do anything anymore. Like, I really noticed it specifically with the climbing animals. Other than the binturong I noticed, the binturong seems fine climbing. Every other climbing animal is broken. Like, Colombian, like, the capuchin monkeys, they never seem to like to move or anything. They just sit on the ground and do their weird little face deformation, and that's it. It's, like, insane. I've seen a tip on the loading that says something like giving your animals more space allows them to see more behaviors. But that, like, why would you do that? Like, so you need to make big, open, boring habitats to make them do anything? Does that sound like fun? Like, I don't know, that just sounds like absurd to me. Why is it doing this? I have one theory, and one theory only, but I don't think it's going to be the case. AF3, AF3, and then penguins are probably the same, right? AF3, 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 AF3. Yeah, I have no idea. That's so odd. Why it would do that. Bye, Nick. I go to sleep. Good night. I'm having my animals go. Okay, well, let's just, we'll take a little, we'll do a little experiment right now. I'm going to go into Roger Williams, right? You guys are probably going to see a little extra stuff. It's going to be a little spoilery for, like, the next episode, because I've built a little bit. But we're just going to do a little experiment. I'm going to go around, and we're just going to see if any of my animals are doing stuff. They should all have plenty of space. They should all have plenty of toys and stuff to play with. And we're just going to watch the animals for a little bit. Because I am really interested if, like, I'm just crazy or if this really is, like, a thing. Because monkeys, for instance, should absolutely be using climbing frames. Like, there's no reason that the monkeys shouldn't be using climbing frames. And yet, I haven't seen them do it in a long time. Like the last 2 or 3 patches, they, like, just don't like to use climbing frames. Like I said, the binturong seems to use it. Koalas don't climb anymore. I don't know if you noticed that, but koalas don't. Elephants will do their same little, like, dust animation, but that's the only thing they'll do. I haven't really seen any of them play with actual toys, like any of the custom animation stuff. I made an enclosure for some monkeys where they could climb a lot, but they wouldn't climb, so I had to put enrichment pieces, and they could only reach it via climbing. Yeah, so, like, that's kind of my point, is, like, that wasn't the case in the base game. In the base game, the monkeys were just climbing everywhere. They were just going up and down the climbing frames like crazy. Now, if you have to, like, specifically design something with an enrichment item at the end, it just seems, like, ridiculous. Because that wasn't always the case. Mine do nothing ever, but they're in somewhat realistic, small, realistic habitats, so I wonder. Well, so that's what I'm wondering, too, because mine are based off of, obviously, real-world exhibits. And so they are realistic, but, like, they just seem to do nothing. They seem to just be constantly in, like, loops. Like logic loops where they just stand and, like, look to the left repeatedly and do absolutely nothing. I also apologize. It takes a long time to get into Roger Williams lately. It's obviously a big map at this point, so it takes a little bit. But that's why I wanted to just do this little experiment all at once, so hopefully you don't mind me loading the game for a little bit. I think we should be in very shortly. It just finished loading, so we should be dropping in any second now. But, never seen my red pandas climb, even though they spend their days in trees IRL. Yeah, like, that's my point, is I think the AI is getting dumber. Like, I really do. I think they're dumbing down the complexity of the animals compared to, like, when the game launched. every update to where now the game is like a fraction of what it used to be. Like, as an example, like, we always see the footage in the trailers for, like, new packs, and it shows off, like, all these crazy animal behaviors, and then now you just don't see anything. So here we are. We're in Roger Williams. Here's the whole map. And let's just, we'll start off with the monkeys, since I keep bringing them up. So, the monkeys are in here. Wow, look at that. They're doing that face glitch thing again. But they scratch themselves, and they sit. Whether it be the macaques or the monkeys or whatever. But as you can see, they definitely have climbing frames. In here, there's a big climbing frame section. And they can climb up this. I already checked the heat map. They definitely can climb it. They just don't do anything. They just sit here. But yeah, they can definitely climb up this. They can climb up all of this. But they don't. They just sit. And that's it. And that's all they do. Sometimes they walk around, but they just sit here. And this is the only thing they do. This one's just running around. Like, what is this? This is like, they're not doing anything. Which is just baffling. Other than this, they do the weird little face glitch thing that Frontier still refuses to fix, even though it's probably the biggest meme in the game by now. That the Colombian white-faced capuchin monkey just has a screwed-up face whenever it sits down. And that's it. They just sit and sometimes have a face deformation. And I'm going to give them some time here. I want one of them to just climb up anything. Just anything at all. Just one of you. I just need one of you. There's plenty of monkeys around here. Plenty of climbing frames. I need one of you to climb up something. In your opinion, how can Frontier be better? Is this a lost cause? I think the reality is, for Frontier to, like... are you talking about, should Frontier as the company or Frontier in general? Because Frontier as the company needs to just actually have communication and then stick to it to make them better. But more importantly, to make the game better, they just need to fix all their bugs before they keep adding more bugs. Like, that is really the thing, is we have these giant down periods of 3 months or whatever, and specifically with bug reporting, no one can bug report in Planet Zoo because it's impossible to get through to Frontier, because their system for bug testing is you have to write a glorified 20-page essay on their weird forum / bug reporting website, and then that goes through a submission process, which already takes a really long time for stuff that is just obvious. Like, as an example, I shouldn't need to write a big paragraph and be like, oh yeah, I can have a repeating, bug or whatever that can be verified, that the monkey's face gets messed up. Every video that shows the Colombian monkey shows this. Look, this is, like, can I repeat this? Obviously, I've shown it off like 4 times this video, or this live stream. It's clearly an issue. They should be aware of it. But let's say I were to report it. I go to their website, and then I write this whole article, and then I have to, type it out. And then the worst part is, even if it goes through, they set it up or whatever, it's now on their listing. They then have a voting system where you have to upvote it like it's Reddit to see what gets priority. And if we do a little field trip, we'll do a little field trip right now. We'll go to the forum, the Frontier Bug Reporter. And I'll show you how it's set up, because it is the most infuriating thing. So here we go. Here's the Frontier Issue Tracker. So this is what you do. You submit a bug, which already, this is an extremely daunting process that you have to do all this. So you have to do a whole CAPTCHA thing, and you have to sign in and blah, blah, blah. And then you have to do a reporting, which you have to choose the game, Planet Zoo version. You have to do the problem title. Then here's the problem title. Then you go to the next step. You have to choose the version you're on. You have to choose the type of bug it is, blah, blah, blah. Apparently that wasn't good enough. Then I have to write a whole detailed thing. I need photos of it. I need whatever. I need to match it to other bugs. That's a pain. Then you need to upvote them. So let's look at some of the most recent bugs, shall we? So we'll go to reported issues. We'll go to Planet Zoo. And these are the bugs. So as you can see here, these are some of the most upvoted ones, and they're just confirming. And sometimes, even though these are verifiably proven that they are issues, we've had cases where I've had my audience or the modding team or something, like we've had our entire Discords like basically spam the upvote button on certain issues so that they get addressed, and then they go, yeah, it's not an issue. I know we had 200 plus people that says they can verify this issue and show exactly what caused it. It's not an issue. And so that's the most infuriating thing is, when it comes to bug reporting, I don't know any other company that has it be like, oh, bugs need to be they need to be voted on by the community. But who the hell has the time for this? Like, it's, if I just want to report a bug, hey, the monkey's face looks messed up. I found this out while playing. Hey, by the way, there's a little issue with the gray wolf. The gray wolf's collider is a bit off. I have this issue with the Komodo dragon, for instance, or any of the monitor lizards. Their sleeping animation has them, like, basically glitching out. All of these things are real issues that we've known about for a while, and they just choose to ignore them. And they're, because, oh, yeah, no, I don't know. Whether or not they even see them as a priority, who knows? But it's like these little things that are just annoying, and just no one wants to bother with them. So let's go over to the koalas. So the koalas are in here. I have not seen this koala move from this spot in ages. It's not like he can't traverse the entire habitat, but he just sits there. Oh, actually, this one's in a tree. That's different. That's very different, actually. I normally don't even see them hanging up here. What's even weirder, too, is, like, clearly they can traverse this because he's up here, but it says he can't traverse it, which is even more confusing. It's like, what do you mean you can't traverse it? Like, it's the most straightforward thing to traverse. I don't know. It's just, it's frustrating, because it's like, everyone always talks about how you want the animals to be the main focus of the game, and blah, 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 and this is what you spend the majority, you're supposed to spend the majority of the time looking at your animals. But I just don't care, because the majority of the time my animals are just sitting here doing nothing. What are the elephants going to do? Let's watch what the elephants do. They slowly move. We'll speed it up a little bit. Up. Are they going to do like an interaction together? Nope, they're going to start walking outside. And I actually turned defecation off now, so they don't even poop anymore, which normally was like a thing that would normally be a thing that, you know, work, but it's annoying. Is it because all your animals are dehydrated so they don't move as much? Is that a thing? The animals won't move if terrain is off. If terrain is off? What does that even mean? Is that a setting? Terrain. Enable terrain need? So if I turn this off, is that like a thing? I don't know. The small habitat ones will sit around and the large ones will run around and play. Yeah, so like that could be it. You know, like the koala habitat. It's supposed to be a tree kangaroo habitat, but you know, it's obviously smaller. How's my seal? Where's my seal? He should have plenty of space. Yeah, so my seal's swimming. I mean, if we count this as swimming. Do we count this as a success? Is this what the intended seal animation is? Just statically sitting there playing the swimming animation? Yep, it can traverse everything, right? Yep. It can. Yep, this is the game. This is the best game ever, guys. This is what we always wanted. Yep, check the climbing needs of the monkeys. We'll see. Hold on. Let's go to the monkeys. What do we got? Because, like I said, this is a realistic zoo recreation, so I had to obviously make stuff realistic. Whether or not the in-game specifications are met is up for debate. Terrain is met. Doesn't like the plants, but that shouldn't matter. Climbing. Where's the climbing need? Terrain. So apparently macaques don't even need a climbing frame. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just off. I have no idea, but yeah, they don't seem to want to do anything. I just tested it. They totally changed it to be based off a habitat size requirement. So, like, that's frustrating, you know what I mean? Where this is a one-to-one recreation of my local zoo. So, you're telling me that the reason why my animals aren't doing what animals are supposed to do is because Frontier thinks they know what's more realistic than my actual realistic zoo. And what's funny is my one-to-one recreation is actually slightly larger than their real-life counterparts in a lot of cases. Like, some of these habitats are actually bigger in-game than in real life. Like, a great example is the Babirusa. The Babirusa habitat in my recreation is way larger than it is in real life. Same with this is the Wallaby habitat, way larger than it is in real life. Binturong, it's a bit more small. But what's funny is the Binturong habitat, I know there's a red panda in here, ignore that. But the Binturong habitat, they actually seem to climb up just fine. They have no issue climbing any of this, which I thought was weird because I actually made staircases and stuff. But they have no issue climbing it. Babirusa's down here. They just sleep. There's like rubbing pillars and stuff, and they don't want to use them. I don't know. It's just annoying. Don't give us a sandbox mode and then don't let us use it. Yeah, like, this was... Okay, here's a little mini rant. I know Silver Fox wanted to talk about rants. Here's the real rant. What is up with Jurassic World Evolutions? What is up with them being like, oh yeah, you still need to unlock everything for Sandbox? Who the hell wants that? And don't you paleo nerds get me started with this. Like, I want to. If you don't want to play the story mode, then you don't have to, blah, blah. There is, if it's a Sandbox game, then I expect to play Sandbox. Out of the box. I should be able to buy the game and play with all of my dinosaurs on all of my maps with all of the, you know, in-game pieces and stuff. If they want to make the campaign mode, you know, have some sort of statue reward, I have no issue with the reward statues in Planet Zoo. If you want to get, like, the Fennec Fox or whatever, like, this statue, no issue with it. Because, you know what, you have to play the campaign or whatever to unlock it. I have no issue. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I expect that if I'm playing the game, to have all of my dinosaurs, all of the maps, so that I can just build the dinosaur park that I want to play. I don't want to hear about your shitty freaking campaign mode that you think is great because you got Jeff Goldblum JPEGs on the screen telling me, hey, by the way, chaos is ladder. And then you have just a bunch of random nobodies that are just paid, like, LinkedIn profiles that you have popping up called, you know, oh, my name is Jordan Peterson. Oh, well, Jordan Peterson's an actual person. My name's Jordan Carlson, and I am a paleontologist here to talk about how your Triceratops is shit. It needs to be cleaned up. So work on that, and then eventually you can get a Triceratops. Because it's stupid. It's what everyone hated about Zoo Tycoon Xbox. Because here, a little rant again at Zoo Tycoon Xbox. The reason that game went from being passable as a game, not a good Zoo Tycoon 2 clone, but passable as a game, to just a bad game, was the fact that even on Sandbox, you have to manually unlock every fucking animal. It's frustrating as hell. No one wants that. And yeah, you're getting Angry Nick right now, because that is annoying. If I just want to play a Sandbox game, I just want to play a Sandbox game. Do you know how annoying that would be if, like, you had a game like Minecraft or something, where you had to beat the Ender Dragon if you just wanted to, like, place down blocks in creative mode. What? That makes no sense. Same thing for Planet Zoo. If Planet Zoo had it so that I had to play through the friggin' Bernie Goodwin campaign to the final mission or whatever, just to have all the base game animals in my game, I would have lost my mind. And so that is what's frustrating, is they didn't learn a thing or two from what people liked about Planet Zoo relative to Zoo Tycoon, and they instead went, no, we're just going to copy what JWE1 did, which was already, hot take, a bad game. By the way, hello, who's here? I can't see.
Do we need to go through your breathing exercises?
Probably. I'm just going on a rant right now. You're a JWE fan. Please defend them, because I give me the opposite end, because I am frustrated by that Sandbox thing. That is annoying.
I like going through the islands. That's pretty much it. Okay. No, we gotta get all your fans to force you into playing JWE1. Just to feel it out. I
Fine.
feel like you will like it.
I'm not saying that I won't like it. I'm just saying that what they're doing is bullshit. Like, that this is, especially a sequel to a game. Imagine, like, you know, spending all that time unlocking the stuff in the first game, and then you have to now redo all of it in the second game. So basic stuff that you had to unlock in the first game, you now have to re-unlock. You have to redo the dino digs. Yeah, that's annoying, though, in any game, especially sequels, like, where it's like, hi, we have
Plus,
to...
it's your first time playing JWE2 coming up.
Well, again, for me, that's different. But I'm even saying, as a person who already played the game, that seems even more frustrating, in my opinion. That, like, how many years have people been playing the sandbox mode now? Probably at least 3. Yeah, like
3. Wow. No, let me walk you through it and why I'm excited for it. I love the campaign. I know we had like a whole conversation on it yesterday, but it was an enjoyable campaign. It was relatively easy, sometimes challenging. I never got through the whole thing. I think I got up to like Dr. Wu's Sanctuary and stuff like that. I didn't really get past that. But I don't know, it was fun. You got the Jurassic Park experience. Granted, like you were saying, it's a whole bunch of nobodies. I love these lemur signs, by the way. It is a whole bunch of nobodies who you've never heard of before. It's Mr. Afro, Mr. Angry Security Guy, and you get the cute scientist or whatever. And you gotta do missions for them. And you know what? It's a kind of fun, it's a kind of fun story progression. And, oh, stop it, you. I love them. Oh my god, is that the Capron one too? That's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Where's the other one? There's one more.
But I don't know. I'm just excited to have that experience again because at the end of that whole playthrough, I was like, damn, I had a fun time with my dinosaurs. Even when I first brought my computer home, like back to my parents' place, I would play that game almost daily. And my parents were like, oh, you gotta get back home to feed the dinosaurs. I was like, hell yeah, I gotta get home to feed the dinosaurs. It's a fun game. It's so, like, I don't know. They have so much more personality in it, too, which is my biggest qualm with Planet Zoo. I don't know. I'm just getting to this whole thing. But, I don't know. I'm just very excited for it. And I feel like you should be, too.
I'm not excited for JW2.
Okay.
My issue comes from, like I said, I am a sandbox player. I don't care about your story. Cause especially take it from this perspective. We're YouTubers. What value is a story mode campaign? Best in Slot's gonna have his series, and then no one else is gonna watch any other person play the campaign mode. So if that is the only thing that it has to offer, because we can't play the sandbox without going through the whole campaign, that's frustrating. Especially for, like, you know, channels like yours or mine or whoever, where we're not going to compete with, you know, especially the big JWE channels like Evolution Squared or Swerve or Best in Slot or whatever. Gaming Beaver will probably jump back in out of his, like, hiatus from whatever. But yeah, I that would just be frustrating to me. Is like, I'd need to unlock everything. Not that I wouldn't enjoy playing it. I also, like, because I've talked to you about this too. I'm worried that everyone keeps saying, well, JWE1's campaign was dumb easy, so it's not even that big of a deal. But what if the new one isn't easy? What if it's what if it is as hard as Planet Zoo's campaign? In which case, I don't know a single person who has the gold everything, like all of the campaign missions on gold.
I wish I did.
I don't know a single person. And I have thousands of hours in this game. I know many people that have thousands of hours in this game. And not one person on my friends list has that achievement that is, like, you know, the gold standard or whatever it's called.
I've tried. Even with Planet Zoo Plus, I couldn't do it.
I've cheated. I've literally cheated, and I couldn't beat it. So let's say JWE2 really is that difficult. Then nobody is going to have a chance at actually playing the full experience.
I will say, I don't expect them to make it difficult, because JWE, when it all comes down to it, it's Babby's first zoo game. I'm going to be completely honest with you. There's not really any difficulty to it. Like, I know I just said I didn't beat it before, and that kind of shows how much of a true gamer I am. But, I don't know, I feel like, not much to worry about. Plus, it's a licensed game. Like, what is it? Universal. They're gonna want to be like, yo, where are they gonna be like, yo? Don't make this too hard. We need people to actually see. We're paying you big bucks for us to put Jeff Goldblum, like, you know, just shirtless in the ending credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
We want people to see that. So I feel like, I don't know, it all adds together to sort of, I don't know, build the fact up that it's going to be kind of an easier game. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
All right, here's what I'm confused about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my signs, for some reason, aren't working for, like, their lock files. I physically changed the text from TBD sign to, like, whatever else, and it's not changing.
Are you re-injecting it? Pretty dumb question, but just want to make sure.
Re-injecting it? No, I was doing the opposite. I mean, I could try doing that as well.
Yeah.
Because what I was doing is I was going through and just making a brand new lock file every time. That's what I do, like, because obviously I have to add new things.
I do too, but when it comes to, like, quick little changes like that, I find it easier just to re-inject.
But yeah, I can check, so... Here you go, Madagascar animal sign collared lemur, right?
Yep.
Madagascar animal sign ring-tailed lemur head. Madagascar animal sign blue-eyed black lemur male and female. And female, there we go. So these are correct.
And they're still supposed to be penguin, terrapin, turtle, yada yada yada, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what we're gonna figure out. But what's up, Bongo? How you doing? You just missed
who's in the chat today? Bongo, I see Andy. My boy George Boggs is here. Louise. We got everyone. Cyrus, Gaming Hyena. Oh
True.
my god. Seems like a nice day.
Yeah, it was like Bold was here. How was work?
It was honestly not that bad. It was really fun to be in the office. I got to meet like all my coworkers and stuff.
That's good.
So that was wonderful. It was a horrible drive, but can you believe I actually had to drive 15 minutes today?
There we go. Now they show up. That was dumb.
Heck yeah.
So this is wrong, though. This icon and this one needs to be flipped. That's fine, though.
You already talked about capering earlier?
I didn't, so I guess we can talk about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, if anyone hasn't seen today's video, definitely go watch it. It's only 4 minutes. It's 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So, none of you can, like, you know, say, like, I just dragged it out for, like, 10 minutes or whatever. I got right down to the news. I'm doing a new recreation series, and I'm doing it with Leaf.
Hey.
Leaf's actually starting it, so he can kind of, you know...
Yeah, so essentially we both went to Capron Park Zoo, like, a while ago. Like, that was probably 1-2 months ago. And we were just like, you know what? Screw it. This is a small zoo. We're in the mood for a recreation. Let's do a recreation. So I got back home, like, I don't know, probably like that day, and I opened up a new file, did the on-top replica. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything recorded from that, so you guys are going to miss out on all that fun. But no, we're doing a new recreation, and it premieres tomorrow. So if you guys have any questions in regards to that, do give us a shout out. Let us know.
It's going to be on his channel, so it's not on my channel. But I'll have a little playlist or whatever set up. And then we are both going with the loved ones to Capron on Sunday, probably to just take way too many reference photos.
Oh yeah. So they're gonna hate us. They're gonna hate us after that day.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm literally gonna ask the ticket booth if I could be like, do you mind if you just lean back a little bit? I need to take a picture of your computer.
Do you mind if I just
for recreation purposes?
Do you mind if I really want Dill to be there so that like we could be even less weird about like being like, hi, can we just like, you know, like just open up that gate or something? Like, because I do want to just treat this as the one and done. Like we cover everything so that, you know, which is never enough. I will say that we're gonna both need to get the membership probably. Like, yeah, it's just we'll bite the bullet. I'm even debating doing just the couples membership and then splitting it with you or something. So that
sweet.
Well, so that if you ever wanted to go or whatever on your own, you could just be like, yeah, here, here's my membership. I was debating giving you and Emily my spare Mystic membership card.
You have a spare one? Jeez.
Yeah, because they're pieces of paper. It's actually not that good, but it just has like Julie and I's name on it. But
oh, that's cool.
They don't really check your ID, so they just check if you have tickets, and then you are members. So
well, that's lit.
But
who said something? Michael says, do you know that Capron has an indoor rainforest? Yes, we do, and it's better than Faces of the Rainforest.
It is. That is 100% true.
It's just, I'm calling that. I'm sorry. But that's going to be my bill.
You can do that.
It's just so cozy in there. I don't know. I love small rainforest houses. There's just a little charm about them.
Because what I'm debating doing, because I don't know if, like, what your take on this is. I'm debating doing all of the, like, taking that entire meerkat building.
Go for it.
Because I don't really think that, like, it'd be worth doing the, like, oh, I just did the meerkat. Now you do the serval habitat, which is literally just hay on the ground.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, the bat cage, which is just bats. The bat mods are going to be interesting.
How are we going to do that?
I'm going to get creative, because I'm going to turn it into an actual animal.
Yeah, because don't they actually, like, crawl on the floor and stuff?
Well,
I feel like koala might work pretty well.
Because what I was thinking is you could probably do an animal where you just have it floating.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll look like it's flying. Actually, by the time we get around there, we might have birds. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'm down to wait out. Our time. Wait till we get birds.
We might have birds by then. So that could be useful. Have you tried emailing the zoo to see if they'll give you some... We don't even really need to do that because we already have Dill, who works there, as like one of our buddies. So he works there, and Neil watches our videos, who's another keeper there. So I'm not really that concerned. I feel like at any point, if I just give them a heads up and like, hey, by the way, like... Because I already asked him, could I get like a behind the scenes to the lion habitat? And he's like... If you want, it's not really much to look at, but if you really want to, I can take you back there. So that is the plus of that, is it's not really a huge zoo by any metric. It's just a handful of small habitats. So
I feel like I wish Roger Williams did what Besky Bergen. I'm not even going to pronounce it right. Pesky Burgers is doing with Goron right now. I wish they reached out to you sooner in regards to that, because having like all that backstage access there would have been perfect. But I don't know. I'm kind of hoping Capron at least reaches out to us in regards to that, because it's a small zoo. It's not really that popular, but I feel like what you did for Roger Williams, Capron will really, really appreciate. And I feel like, backstage access over there is a lot more feasible. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know that... Because Roger Williams has seen the series, and they have reached out saying they wanted to cover it. I've explicitly told them, hey, by the way, if you want to, I'm cool with it. Can you wait, until I'm done?
Until it's done, yeah.
Because literally at this point, I literally have 2 episodes left. 3 if I really want to do the bonus episode where I just clean everything up. But really, I only have the flamingo and the wetlands trail, and then that's it. And then, like I said, I think I might want to just end it on an even 40. So
that's cozy.
Yeah, so I think what I would probably do is, flamingos next, wetlands trail, and then a zoo tour or something. And just, that'll be that. And then off camera, I'll just add in all the signs, add whatever, do all the deals. And that should be good. There we go. Look at that whole Madagascar set.
Ooh. Looks nice. I love the black and black blue-eyed. Yeah, it's a horrible name for an animal, I gotta say. But no, those look insanely good.
Yeah, I like the collar too. The collar's probably...
Oh my god, you even gave them different meshes. Look at you go.
Yeah, I made sure they all do have technically different patterns.
I dig it.
So that's nice. And then, you know, the Fusa.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I gotta talk to Jen about that because she's finishing up all of her mods. I'm so happy.
I know, we were discussing them earlier because like someone was asking about the Fusa, and I'm like, I honestly can't tell you.
I'm finishing up her muskox right now. If my game would friggin' load.
Julie was actually asking me about that last night because Julie was asking like, so should you talk to Jen? I'm like, I don't know. The only interactions I've had with Jen are through Leaf, and then and Julie's like, well, maybe you should just contact her directly. Like, and I'm like, honestly, maybe, because at least I just need, like, you know, an idea. Like, I could even do some of the coding if needed. So it is 4 o'clock, so what do I want to do? Because I'm like, I could end the stream here. I don't know if people want me to continue. Leaf's here now, so there's that.
Yeah, how long have you been going for?
Since 2, so 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
But I might be willing to go until 5. So, tell you what. Since I'm in the mood, I'm going to work on the mural for Madagascar. So,
oh, this is the Spiny Forest?
Yeah, so I actually need some references.
Let's go.
Madagascar Spiny Forest. As you can see, I already had some references pulled up. So, this is kind of where I'm going with it. So, something vaguely like this. I think the Bronx Zoo Madagascar has some pretty good, nice murals. I don't know if there's going to be any images of it, but they have some pretty good little diorama. I love the Bronx Zoo Madagascar section.
I want to go back. I've never been to the Madagascar section.
It's the best section.
I've seen everything except for that. And now that you saying that's the best section, I'm pissed. I'm absolutely pissed.
Yeah, I love the Madagascar section. Like even the crocodile cave and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so cool looking.
Because that's a Nile crocodile, right?
Yep.
Never seen one before. That's insane.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a shame. And you've been to Disney, right? Wait, so even when you went to Disney, did you really not go on Kilimanjaro Safari?
Oh, I guess I have seen them before.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure if those were Niles.
Yeah, they're Nile crocodiles.
All right, cool.
I'd love to see your art process. Okay, well, I mean, if that's what you guys want, cool. So I will start off by grabbing one of my existing murals as a base, because I need to figure out the correct dimensions of the murals. They're like kind of a weird size. So let's see. Shark mod, updated mods.
I love how Shark mod is the first one.
It always is. So we'll probably use Congo mural as a base. So 8-meter base. Yeah, so this should be the seamless one. Just to make sure it's seamless. If I drag it, if I copy and paste it, yep, lines up. So that is correct. So we will go back. Here is the right size. So let's see what I want. So I really like this blue sky. So I'm just gonna pull up a little. I'm gonna use it as like a reference for my color palette.
All right.
If it would, it's not copying for some reason. Copy image. Paste image. There we go. So let me grab this nice blue sky. And that'll be the beginning. So we start out. Oh, that looks good already.
Can I throw an idea at you? And you can bounce it right back. What if you make like the far background like singy? I forget how you actually pronounce it, but it's like those spiky rocks or whatever. Singy.
You're talking about the, like, way in the distance having the Madagascar rocks. I forget what the fuck they're called. But
it's singy. I don't know how you say it.
These, right?
Yeah.
I could try to work them in. So I'm actually going to do a little thing right now. I'm going to actually flip over to my drawing tablet real quick. So just give me a quick sec just because I want to
You got it, boss.
So we're going to move over to my drawing tablet just so that I have everything all set. You're going to see a lot of duplicates for just a second. Drawing setup. There we go. So now my OBS is here. I need to move my chat to this screen quick. Sorry, I have to like move everything. I'm clearly not prepared. There we go. Okay. So that's all set. My chat's here. Stone Forest. Yeah, that's probably the better way of... It's a Wacom Cintiq. Speaking of Neil, there's Neil now.
Oh my god.
We were literally just talking about you. Talking about, well, you and Dill, I should say. But yeah.
Capron himself.
Mr. Capron.
Yo, this mod showcase this week is huge.
Is it really?
Yeah. I'm just looking at all the stuff that got released. There's so many fish. There's so many, like, mammals. I'm doubling up, like, things and habitats with each other. It's insane. I love it.
Ooh, I really like how the... So the cool thing about Madagascar, they have kind of Australian grass.
Alright.
So it's kind of like this, like, reddish yellow color.
Ooh.
It's like a gold almost.
I also can't see it on your Discord stream.
I will swap that over.
Heck yeah.
I apologize. Oh, there's Discord. Oops.
Crazy.
You guys are gonna see my Discord. Oh no!
What? Alright.
Now you should be able to see it, correct?
Yep.
I was also showing them my zoo tier, not my zoo tier list, my life list earlier.
Oh, I saw that in the chat earlier, yeah.
Yeah.
I really need to make mine, but I'm lazy. And that's it.
That's it, you're just lazy. So, let's do that. Well, I don't know. How do I want to do this? Because I guess, I'm trying to think, like, how flat is Madagascar relative? I know it's pretty dense, so I think it's pretty flat, and I think I'd be good just getting away with that as a base. Because I think a lot of it is going to be a lot of, like, really spiky foliage and stuff in the backdrop.
And it's going to be like a repeating texture, too, so you don't want it to be too busy.
Yeah, exactly. So let's maybe lighten it. It's a little too yellow. There's this reference image I have is like the right color of ground. This one.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can try to work on it a little bit to get it right. So yeah, that's about the right color, give or take. So we do that approximately. And then we'll do this.
This is already looking amazing.
Alright, so first things first, I think we need a baobab. Because it's, it's Madagascar. So, let's see. So, what I will sometimes do, because I do just like the shape of this one, it's like a big fat one. I might just trace the base of it. My like, I swear, like, it's not copying correctly for some reason. Like, it'll...
What do you...
My actual, like, copy button, like, Control-C, is just not working right now for some reason.
That's mad weird.
Because I kind of want to do something vaguely like this. So, like... So, if I, like, position it approximately right there, I can now just get it roughly the right shape. Will you do the spiny desert plants? I have debated it. I'm really scared of just getting into the whole foliage business, because it's just something that's a lot of work for, something that I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I get people like to say they have them or like use them, but like since just in general people are a bit scared to even use.
Oh, you mean real foliage? I thought you meant on the mural, and I was like, bro, just
oh yeah, no, I don't care about
bush
that.
or something.
No, he's talking about like making actual foliage props to go along with it, which I'd love to do. It's just it'd be tough. You know what I mean?
I feel
tough to justify.
Like, even sometimes I'm scared of using custom scenery and stuff, and I'm like, I'm very accepting of it. I just sometimes, I don't know, I vibe against, I don't know.
Well, because that was what was funny, is like Bold was like advocating for like less animals, more scenery, and I'm like, you're the only one. But it's just funny because, you know, because I have seen what Bold has been doing too, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I wanted.
Don't even get me started. By the way, Bold, you will have your penguin soon. I'll work on it this weekend, I'll tell you that much.
Well, because another thing that Bold mentioned that she wanted, which I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing, was the penguin signs that I made forever ago.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I should probably finish those now that you mentioned
It's just
it.
You'll probably just use like the DLC 5 signs, right? So you could just have like a quick...
Yeah, either them or... I don't know. I might use the aquatic signs. It really doesn't matter to me, because it's about the same amount of work regardless.
I feel.
I think the plus of the aquatic signs might be the fact that I could just easily have the emperor penguin as a size reference, so that they're all lined up correctly.
That's true.
But I'll have to see. I forget how many I even did. I remember definitely doing the chin strap, African, Little Blue, and one other. But I honestly...
Adelie?
I think it might have been the Adelie.
Or Gen 2? I don't know.
It was one of them. It was whatever mods were available at the time, so... Because at the time I knew I didn't do a rock hopper. Because is that the one that Bold's talking about?
No, Bold commissioned me to do a Gen 2,
Ah.
which I already have the coding done for, so I gave her a wee bit of a discount.
Makes sense.
I've had it like sitting in my files for like the longest time too, so honestly, good thing Bold reached out to me because it would have never gotten done.
Makes sense. So we will just do this roughly. So that's the only issue with art for me, is like it's just a little bit time consuming.
I feel. But like, the more time you put in, the more it pays off.
True.
Like the rest of the signs that you've done, they've come out looking stellar.
Yeah, want to know a secret? In Archie Park, the animals were only in there for screenshots. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Oh my god.
I'm not even really that shocked by that. That's pretty common. I know a lot of people that do that sort of thing. So let's see. How much for a commission? I don't know what you charge. I charge now, I mean, it used to be $20. Now it's dependent on the mod. Just because...
It's always dependent on the mod for me, yeah.
Because, like, once upon a time, I missed the $20 mods. And I get why people like them and stuff, because it was, like, a reasonable price. It was just... And at the time, it equated to 2 hours of work, so it was fine. Now, in modern day, it's just... People want too much, so I can't really ever just say, oh yeah, $20 is enough to justify a beluga or something, or... I mean, obviously, you just rip them from Endless Ocean.
Heck yeah.
But, like, back in the day, it was always stuff like, oh, make me a Rizzo Dolphin. It's like, well, that means I have to sculpt it, that means I have to make whatever, that's a whole thing, you know? So, I always, like, dreaded that sort of stuff. Your Proboscis Monkey was one of the better commissions, weirdly enough. Which is funny, because, like, you'd think that a Proboscis Monkey would have been difficult, but I was totally on board with it, and it came out fine, in my opinion. It's just... There's some mods that, like, are just Like, I remember there was the Safaka Commission, and I'm just like, I'd love to do it. I don't have anything to work with. It's just not doable. I can make you something vaguely like one. What's up, Dill? We are also talking about you. This is just Capron Day.
I'm so excited to go to Capron.
Same. By the way, Dill, I don't know if we've even talked to you since then, but we're going to Capron on Sunday. I don't know if you're working, but we're going to Capron on Sunday. So.
I want to go into the lion habitat.
Take us into the lion habitat.
Please.
You can be on
It's been so long.
It's been so what? Since you've been in the lion habitat?
Yeah. But don't tell me you have never been in the lion habitat.
I live in one, dude.
Yo, true, because you're always riding them. How have you not fired me as a co-host yet? I just ruined your channel.
I really liked Bold's comment the other day, though, being like, oh my god, can you ever have someone other than Leaf on your channel? Like, I can't escape him. It's, like, true, though.
It literally is.
Once we started, like, you've officially, like, taken over as, like, every co-host ever. I'm not, but I can see if I can spend a time at the zoo. I mean, if you want to meet us there. Because, again, that is, like, one where it's like, yeah, it's less weird because you work there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in the lion habitat.
Lucky Neil.
So that's the thing. Neil or Dill, whoever gets us into the lion habitat, you can be featured on the channel.
And we can have it featured right after we all get out of prison for breaking into the lion habitat. How does that sound?
Yeah, that works. That'd be really funny, though.
Oh, yeah. Because, like, we were saying earlier, like, what if we drank Bubba the Seal's water? And I was just imagining, like, the situation that could occur from that. I hope Bubba's doing good.
I hope he's doing good, too. So, let's see. So, how do I want to do these plants? There was a week where I went to multiple channels and it was just Leaf on all of them. Exactly! That's why I was like, it's just... He's everywhere.
Can you blame me? I love getting around.
Because it kind of makes sense for you on my channel. But, like, yeah, I remember, like, you were on Crocs' channel at that point, Terra Nova that week. And you might have even been on someone else's channel for all I know.
Maybe Take Two that week? I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Actually, there hasn't been a Take Two in so long.
Yeah, I know, because Drew and Eston were talking to us saying, like, they had an idea for another Take Two. It'd be Planet Coaster related, so...
I love Planet Coaster, I'm gonna say.
No. I like Planet Coaster, too. I just haven't, like... Oh, TOO, not 2. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see about, like, playing it or something. Because the thing is, like, if I play Planet Coaster, I'm just gonna turn it into a zoo. I just do, like, Animal Kingdom or Busch Gardens or something.
I mean, have you seen Estan Zoo in Planet Coaster? It's so cool. Like, use TMTK, like, a bunch of creators from back in the day made a bunch of animals, granted actually, I'd argue that they have more personality than the Planet Zoo animals.
Yeah, I have seen them, though. They use that same elephant that I always get mad at.
Mm-hmm.
Which I still need to make that rant video at some point. That like, I'm sick and tired of seeing that thing everywhere. So that'll maybe.
Because where do you find that elephant?
I don't. Everywhere. It's just I don't know its origin. That's the other frustrating thing. Is like I see it everywhere, but I don't know actually what it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just the most, you know, generic thing ever. Don't mind me. It's gonna look a little messy for a little bit. I'm just trying to lay out some kind of idea of what I want.
Oh yeah. Never question the artist.
Oh, you should always question my art. My art.
Oh.
I always say this. I break every conventional rule of art ever, which is like I always make good stuff in the end, but it's just so confusing how I get there. Because if you looked at my stuff, you'd be like, "What the hell? Like, what are you even like right now? What are you doing? You're like just laying down little blobs of gray." But there's some rhyme and reason to it in the end.
There always is.
Because I'm gonna probably have to just do something like this. This is sort of a similar process to how I did the Congo mural. Oh, I should probably add some shadows too eventually. But if I do roughly this. Little blobs of gray.
Speaking of art, let's get a little real here. Who's your favorite artist?
Define artist.
Any form of art. It can be traditional, it can be modern age, quote unquote, I guess.
Oh god. I don't even know. Because I don't really have a favorite musical artist. Dave Greco. You've probably never heard of him. Look up his art, though. My favorite. I'll pull up some of his stuff.
Oh, he seems very much like he's in your realm.
Yeah, this is Dave Greco.
Oh, yeah. Nice fantasy. I like it.
Yeah. Here you go. Here's a good one.
I love it.
Yeah, there's just some really beautiful stuff on here, but because he's had quite the resume. I found him back in the day because he was originally a Wizard 101 artist, and then kind of migrated up the ranks. Now he worked at Crowfall for a little bit. Now he does freelancing for like Blizzard and Magic.
Pretty badass.
Yeah, it's just good because he's just so talented with everything. But yeah.
I'm a basic bitch, and I love Picasso. I don't know, just like the evolution of his art. Like, I went to his museum in, I think Malaga, and it was just so crazy to see, like, his process throughout the years. I don't know, it's just like, when you have that drastic of a change of style, it's crazy. I don't know, I love it. Bold ass, when am I doing the next Dunham Park episode? Bold, I already recorded it for you. I already sent it your way. There's no way I can be on everyone's channel and not already be on them. That I'm having a stroke.
It's funny, I've never been on like other than Terra Nova, I've never been on anyone else's channel.
I mean, you've been on mine? Yeah, you've been on mine.
Maybe as like a co-host, but like never as like a oh look, I did some building of Foxborough or anything.
Not yet.
Maybe.
Wink wink. Cough, polar bear cough.
Oh true, I could do that if you want. I'd be cool with that. One time when I was driving through in Zimbabwe, I came across a lion. My first stupid idea is, do you know Nick Lion Rider? And his answer was complete silence and moved his head.
Oh my god.
That'd be great.
I want to go to Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
I want to just take a whole trip around Africa someday.
Like I said, I've always wanted to go on safari. Julie, I really want to go to the Congo. My thing is I want to go to the Congo. More than anything. I really want to see mountain gorillas, and I really want to see forest elephants in my life. They're my two favorite animals. They're just not in captivity. So, but Julie will only let me. I have little Julie down to let me go to South Africa, because it is stable Africa, where it's not really, that dangerous or anything, versus Congo or Rwanda or Uganda or something that are just in constant turmoil.
Yeah.
I remember the other day we were talking about Egypt, like going to Egypt or something. Like, would you
I'd definitely go to... I would go there in a heartbeat. My grandfather went, when I was probably, 10 or so, and he got me, all these different Egyptian things. I don't know. I was just, a little kid at the time, but he got me, I don't know. He got me like these papyrus drawings and stuff like that, made on like real papyrus paper and stuff. It's so crazy. He got like a urn of Anubis.
Yeah.
He got like an Anubis urn, and I'm like, yo, when I kick the bucket, I want to be friggin' put in that, please. But like, I don't know. I would definitely go to Egypt. I love like the North African air vibe, so it's definitely my realm.
The air vibe.
Arab, yeah.
Oh, Arab. I thought you said the air
Not the
vibe.
air.
I was like, is the air special? It's just probably full of sand. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
I don't know.
yeah,
I
yeah, I mean, you
totally
spent a
would.
while in Morocco, so it makes sense you'd be accustomed to it.
Exactly. I know you wouldn't. Is that right?
It's tough, because, like, I would go, because I do like ancient Egypt. It's just one of those places where it's like, after you see the pyramids and hang around Cairo for a day, like, what do? Like, it's a desert. You ride some camels, and then look at the Nile and be like, yep, that's the Nile. Maybe see a crocodile or two, but, like, I don't know. I just don't know if there would be anything really to do there.
Hummus?
Because I hear...
Okay. Just hummus all day?
But, like, because that's the other thing, is I always hate when people, like, when I'm like, oh, yeah, so what do you do in this place? And they always bring up food. It's like, well, yeah, you're gonna eat,
like
but, like, what
that's
do you...
the best experience of traveling. I'd say food is honestly a key defining factor of travel experiences.
Of course, but, like, you always eat. What do you do the rest of the time?
Eat.
Like it's like if I said, hey, let's go to Italy. Yeah, you're gonna eat some pasta and pizza. Don't worry about that. But what do you do the rest of the time? Now,
Make fun of Italians.
Now, the thing with, like, Italy or something is you can definitely be like, oh, yeah, I'll go to the Colosseum. I'll go to Pisa, you know, whatever. Venice. Because I remember we were discussing this about Germany specifically recently. How I'm like, everyone always recommends, like, oh my god, you have to go to Berlin. Berlin is, like, one of the best zoos in the world. You have to go.
Berlin? Boring as a city. I'm sorry, Germans, but...
Because what's the other one on East Germany? The other park?
Munich?
No, there's, like, there's another zoo or whatever that's... Because I guess there was Berlin, which was in, like, obviously, like, when the Berlin Wall was a thing. Like, Germany was split, so I guess they have two really good zoos on either side of the wall, even though they're, like, relatively close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I just forget what it's called. It's like Tier something.
Tiergarten.
Dill would know.
Schorschborn? No, that's in Vienna. Tiergarten in Berlin.
What's the other one in Germany? Tier Park, is that it? Tier Park Berlin, yep. Yeah, Zoo Garden Berlin and Tier Park Berlin. So there you go.
Oh.
But I guess
Look at the style.
They're both really good, I guess.
And he says he'd have more fun at Walmart than in England. Not England, Egypt.
Facts.
Julie should go to Morocco. I'm gonna sell that to you guys.
Morocco?
Yeah, it's fun.
What do you do there?
There's, like, so much, like, natural beauty you can... I mean, you could go down to, like, Mizuga for a day or two, camp out in the desert. That's, like, honestly one of my favorite experiences. There's a small town called Chefchaouen on, like, the north end of this country. It's just, like, an hour or two away from, like, the main city up there. And then it's just, like, all painted blue. So it's, like, all blue. I have no clue. I'll drop it in Congo for you to look. But, Chefchaouen. You eat, you hike, you shop. It's, I don't know, I just love it. It's so cool. And there's this beautiful waterfall, like, not too far from Chefchaouen too. That's honestly 20-kilometer hike there and back. pretty good experience. 10 out of 10. I would recommend. And they have 3 zoos there.
But can we go to Madagascar?
I would definitely go to Madagascar.
I would go to Madagascar. See, actually, I don't know, because, like, have you ever seen, like, what actual, like, society portion of Madagascar looks like? It's actually really beautiful. Like, like, the whole, like, country is, like, or, like, the, you know, civilized part of the country. Not civilized, but, like, what's the word? No, I will say civilized. Yeah, colonized, like, the actual area that's been, you know, where humans have settled and, like, built cities and stuff is
it's
beautiful.
very colorful.
It's like on cliff sides and stuff. It's really awesome.
And, like, no one really thinks to go to Madagascar.
No, because it's lemurs. That's like that really is, like, the outside perspective of what Madagascar is, oh, yeah, the place with the funny lemurs.
No, they have, like, so much beautiful, like,
I think I had a pet chameleon from Madagascar. Like, but yeah,
because, like, what's in how am I gonna pronounce this? Antananarivo.
Yeah, that's their capital, right?
Things to do. Let's theorize a trip. All right, you, me, Julie, Emily, all go out to Madagascar.
They would kill us.
Yeah.
We do this planned surprise trip, and we're like, listen, we've sunk all our money into one vacation that we're sure you're gonna love, and then we show up at the spiny forest. Like,
oh god.
It's just nothing but, like, just lemurs. Like, we don't even go to, like, the beach or anything. It's just literally the lemur section.
That sounds wonderful. There's a whole lemurs park there. They have a religious site, which I'm always a sucker. Yo, this looks insanely awesome. Museum of Photography of Madagascar. I gotta get going soon.
The Museum of Photography of Madagascar.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's fine. You can leave. I'm not offended.
I have a few more minutes. I'll bit of do soon.
Like I said, yeah, I'm gonna be probably streaming until 5.
Alright, I dig it.
I'll probably get the majority of this done.
But it's so expensive there, what the heck?
So I'm Madagascar, a zebra, lion, hippo, and giraffe are friends in real life. That's literally like, all people know.
That's my entire life. And the Fusa.
The Fusa attacking!
Alright, yeah. I'm heading out. Emily's coming over.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime.
Yeah, and I'll see the gang later. Bye-bye.
Bye. And then I was alone again, working on my Madagascar mural. But we should be good. Just gotta do a little bit of this. Go a little bit lower on this section. So basically the key to murals, if anyone is wondering, is for the most part, you're just going to want to focus on just getting layers of stuff. So layers of trees and different, you know, stuff to put in backgrounds and stuff of that nature. And then just keep layering it naturally. So you just... So right now I'm just kind of getting like a very base background layer of some bushes or something of that nature. So that, you know, it'll look good. And then, you know, get some nice foreground plants like I have over here and stuff like that. And hopefully people will like it. Just gotta do maybe something like this, just a little bit. Just give it slightly darker end to things. Actually, I could do this too. Just have the spikes on one end. And then we do lighter spikes on this end. Vaguely. It's kind of looking like a, what's it called, Australian one yet. Have you guys checked out images of zoos of Madagascar? I have never seen a Madagascar zoo, I can say that. I'm gonna pop this question to the chat. Leaf and Lion Rider, do you think the thylacine is still around? Realistically, probably not. Like, I feel like it's one of those, extinct animals that, like, it just seems like it has too many people searching for it, that if it was out there, they probably would have found it by now. Just from that perspective, like, there's a lot of animals that you can basically be like, well, no one's looking for it, so therefore it probably has a shot at being around. But, like, the thylacine is, like, up there with Bigfoot, where it's like you have so many camps and stuff trying to hunt for it that probably not. I feel like Leaf would have believed in it, though. I remember a few months back there was, like, that big thing, though, that, like, weird, like, guy in the middle of Australia or whatever being like, I finally found it, definitive proof, and then, like, he was hyping everyone up for, like, weeks on end, and then, like, eventually we saw the image, and it was clearly a wallaby, and everyone's like, really, dude? You got us all hyped for this? This is, like, the most non-evidence ever. No, see, it's so clearly a thing. And it's like, yeah, no, it isn't, dude. We could do just a little bit of something there. Just add just a little dab of a leaf that I can then just copy around. Let's copy it around so that I can get a whole canopy. This is actually working out pretty well, though. So, let's see, hold on. Maybe merge all of these together. Yep, there we go. So you get a nice little canopy here to build off of. And that just about does it. It's a little maybe too repeating right now. So let's see if I can get some individual ones again, and then we will go from there. Let's see. Do you believe in Bigfoot? Same thing. I don't believe you in Bigfoot. Oh, is it gonna rain on Sunday? Oh. Well, that puts a wrench in the mix. I need to, I don't know if someone else can verify this, because like I said, Julie and I wanted to go on Monday to Beardsley. But from what I can tell on the website, they just don't have any, like you can't buy tickets, which, like, I refuse to believe that Beardsley is busy enough that they just don't have anyone at all going to them. Or, I mean, where they have so many people going to them on every single day from now until mid-September. I refuse to believe that. Because there isn't a single zoo I know that is that popular. Like, even... And Beardsley, to my knowledge, is not even one of the better zoos. I haven't been there, so I don't want to judge it, but from what I can tell, no one is, like, dying to go to Beardsley over something like Roger Williams or, like, Southwick's or something of that nature. Maybe it's one of the better of the smaller zoos, but I still would think that they would have more than enough capacity for, you know, the entirety of August. Like, that's what we're talking about here. Let's see. Could be worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I don't know if I'll be able to call today. I hope I can. Obviously, I'm streaming, but I'll have to see. Because, yeah, I want to call. Because, like, that just seems ridiculous. I've just never heard of a zoo that, like, you know, is so busy that literally the next month of tickets is booked. That just sounds insane to me. And if it is, I need to check out Beardsley with, like, high expectations, because if it's that good, then that'd be ridiculous. So let's see. Let's actually add some little clouds in the background of here. I don't think I've really done clouds. But yeah, I could do a little bit of cloud work. I'm using this one reference image that like has the clouds kind of at an angle, and I kind of like that look. And then the ones on the bottom are just kind of flat. So we'll do that, Had a little voice crack there, I don't know if you heard that. Just go through here, do a little bit more diagonal stuff. And then I have to make sure that it's repeated, we do an offset. So as you can see here, it's not really, you know, lining up correctly, so then we now fix it up. And then when we do an offset again, it'll be lined up perfectly. So you can do kind of like this, just to make sure that it'll be lined up perfectly. So you do an offset again, and then it looks fine. Except this one doesn't really look that fine. Let's see. I kind of want to add some like haze to the background a little bit. Yeah, something like that. And then if I do something kind of like so, just adds a little bit of haze to the backdrop. Let's see what else we got. Probably could grab the bush texture, go filter, offset. Yeah, that's fine. So that's all good. Looking good, Nick. Thank you. I appreciate it. They are sold out. Wow. Holy crap. That sounds insane to me. Like, they're entirely sold out for the entirety of August. Like, I want you guys to imagine that for a second. Like, how insane that is. That literally, you know, you can take any day at all, any day in the entire month of August and most of September and be like, yeah, sorry, we don't have any tickets. We're completely, that is insane. I, like, actually can't believe that. That sounds absurd. I mean, it's true, but wow. That's like a big yikes. Probably due to summer camps. Maybe. I really don't know. That just sounds really, really crazy. Well, Julie's gonna be very disappointed. Honestly, this might be crazy. I want to see if I can bite the bullet and see if I can try to go to New York instead. Like, if it might actually be easier just going to, like, Bronx Zoo or something. Not all of August, just for the next few days. I think they only do a few weeks worth of tickets. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, either way, that's still a bit disappointing. But, because, yeah, that would have been ridiculous if it was like, oh, yeah, literally anytime you want to go in August. It's just, nope, sorry, we're booked. But we haven't even said when we want to go. Yep, we're booked. Every weekday, every holiday, like, holidays totally understand, but, like, just like, we wanted to go on a Monday when Rhode Island celebrates VJ Day, something we all disagree with, Victory over Japan Day. But Rhode Island still recognizes it as a holiday, so we get the day off, but no other state gets it off. So what we were gonna do was we were gonna go on that day when it shouldn't have been busy, because obviously, you know, Rhode Island would have been off, but Connecticut wouldn't have been. So it would have been a weekday Monday for everyone else. So it would have made the most sense, but apparently that's not really an option. So that's a bit upsetting, but what are you gonna do? And then I'll have to see about Sunday, because yeah, we checked the weather and it seemed to be fine. I don't know if it changed though. It must have, if you said it's probably gonna rain. And then do you know when it's supposed to rain? Because we were supposed to maybe go in the morning. There we go. It's slightly better. Let me label these clouds. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Because I will say that, like, murals and stuff like this do take time. Just because they are, you know, a bit complicated. It's not the easiest thing to do. I spelled clouds really weird. Not entirely. I was gonna try to go to Southix on Saturday, but it's not raining too bad. I might switch that up and do Capron with y'all on Sunday. Yeah, I'll have to see. Because I might not. I mean, most of Capron's indoors anyway. You know, besides the Lemur Islands and stuff, most of your buildings are indoors, so it might not be the worst thing. So, yeah, I'll have to see. Because I'll have to see how they're feeling. Because, yeah, maybe they'd want to do something else instead. So if I do this roughly... yeah, do that. Do that. Filter, offset. Yep. Ugh, look, it's ugly. Yuck. Now it's cleaned up. Now we do offset again. Still ugly, but slightly better. That doesn't seem right. Let's see. 10 minutes left. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry about that. But what's up, Daniel? How you doing? Welcome to today's stream. We are working on a Madagascar mural set right now. For how much longer, that I don't know, though, because... Could do that. Could do that. Just add a little bit of cloud detail. Let's see. We need more. Could do that. That could help, actually. Add some, like, ground detailing. In the form of gradients, because gradients are the best. It looks a lot better that way. Could do a little bit of grass detailing in the backdrop here. It kind of helps. Breaks it up a little bit. I'm gonna do like another baobab. We still need to do the duck suit, yeah. Let's see, so if I grab all of these, and then we do like that. That's fine, but we delete that, delete that. Because I do feel like that's going to be the case where I'm just going to be like doing a lot of copy and pasting of different plants and stuff. Just to get everything right. And then we could do like a little color variation. If I grab this tree, maybe just change it. Maybe it's a little bit brighter, a little less contrasted. Just adding a little bit of detail there. Let's see. Interesting story. Around 1930, the Bronx Zoo had opened where they were collecting animals, and they had 2 thylacine on the way. Yeah, I am aware of that. There's like that rumor that like they were like they escaped into Mexico or whatever. So people think. Now, that being said, I don't think that, you know, if it's 2 thylacine, that's, like, enough to, like, you know, be enough to have a sustainable population by any metric. But, you know, it's a nice thought. Let's see. Filter, others, offset. $10.24, that's what I need to do. What is half of whatever? Half of 10.24 is 512, I believe. 512, yeah. So I think the offset needs to be 512, if I'm not mistaken. Or I could just do this. That also works. Offset 512. Offset 512. There we go. We're definitely getting there, though. It's definitely looking a lot better. I think off camera, though, I am going to finish this. So I am going to thank all of you for being here today. I know it was a little bit of a different stream. It was, you know, just art, nothing super spectacular or anything, nothing super eye-catching. But we actually did make a lot of progress. I got all of the signs I wanted to do. And, yeah, so I am very excited. As always, I am going to be thanking all of my Lion Rider members. So thank you all for watching. But thank you especially to Jader TV, Abisto Flow, Andy, Vicky, LB Edits, Genevieve, Actlix Andy, Leaf Productions, and Mark Agrella. Thank you all for supporting me via membership. You too can become a member if you'd like. Link is in the description as always. And yeah, I am hope you guys all join me for another stream some other time. But like I said, I want to, if you haven't already, go check out Leaf's channel because he is going to be uploading the first episode of Capron tomorrow. So thank you all, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.